Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ETHOS.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Look out. It's getting curiouser and curiouser. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, and the mechanical mangler. Back at the controls after party time. It's Floundered. It's Thursday. Shannon Burke joining us at 5 o'clock here on 106.3. How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And all is well. We got Charlie Brown is in the house. Charlie, you're there. It's
Linus.
Linus is with Charlie in the house of, golly. So what's new in the, by the way, we got news updates coming up, the yin yang, the Brown shooter, Donald Trump's latest stuff on marijuana, and a billion things. Anyway, Pete Davis, what's new in the mountains of Macon? You have like a health update, I think, probably, or do you want to share this? Is that a personal thing or what? I don't even know what this is. That a thing or not?
I can rejoin the human race starting tomorrow.
Well, there you are. There you go. Excellent. That's, so you do not have any like flu-like things?
No, I don't have COVID. Never had any symptoms. The lady did. She was very sick for a little bit there, so it's amazing. I didn't have anything.
For any other certain person who might have had any situation, that's excellent. It's a good sign. A very good sign. And Flounder, how was the party? You had the Mrs. Flounder party, the lovely Veronica, and I saw the picture of them with their feet up on your couch like they own the freaking place.
No, it was a good time.
Yeah, she's listening, is she? Well, it was a wonderful time. All of her wonderful friends and who worked for her, and we just had probably a wonderful, best time. In fact, I think I heard you say you'd rather be with those people than with the finest people in America.
In the world, that's right. Absolutely.
Anyway, and now were there any party favor type thing? It looked like a pretty calm,
no, there were drinks and people brought food, so it was there was like probably 30, 35 people there for a little bit. So
Holy cow.
It was happening for a while.
That's pretty good. Excellent. Oh, Mr. Merry Man over there. I'm happy for you. Oh, golly darn. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I've got a lot of stories, a lot of stuff, a lot of personal things, and a lot of what the heck. In fact, we can get your opinion about various things before we even begin. The latest, we may be going to an update on the shooting at Brown University at some point. They're going to have an update. They've identified a person of interest or a suspect. We don't know how they've identified somebody by name. They aren't revealing it yet, but apparently they will later. Also, I watched the Donald Trump speech last night. Holy cow. I thought it was a little harsh, but it was right on point. It was he said, I told him, I said, I hope he's got a big chart to show the difference between Biden and him, and it was perfect. Showed everything. And in fact, Flounder put a thing on our Facebook thing this morning, our texting thing this morning. Gasoline price with big sign, $2.79.
Yeah.
At a BP around here.
I thought he was going to have like some big plaques, cardboard plaques next to him to reach with a sticker.
I know, to whack them up.
So I tell you, when those things, as soon as he started talking, those things were flawless. They popped up on the screen. You could read them. He only used the word I 13 times. We counted.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. The only critique I had is he did not start out with the economy. He should have started with the economy and hammered that, and then he could have talked about his other accomplishments after doing the economy thing.
Although I think he was leading up to it as the kind of the final thing. So again, either way, I thought it was great in terms of, he said, this is what that bum did. This is what those bums did. I mean, it was very clear what they left him with. And anyway, we'll talk about it. We got a lot of sound bites about it, and including a salute to the military. Oh, and by the way, I didn't see it on the print. I heard it from the guys before us. They apparently has a sound bite of that disgusting Whoopi Goldberg who was already complaining about the military getting our tax money. Members of the over 1 million people, members of the military, will be getting $1,776.1776, which is nothing. And Whoopi Goldberg says, "Well, they're using our tax money for those people."
Yeah, they are. You stupid.
You dirty stinking rat. Honest to God, the salary for people in the military ought to be doubled. I mean, for what the wives and families go through. You ever seen military housing?
Yes.
The whole thing's a freaking disgrace. Well, you were married to a girl in the freaking Navy. I mean, it's a disgrace. And I don't know whether it's any better or not that was probably, 20, 30 years ago with you, Pete. So
it was so bad, we refused to live on it and overpaid for a bungalow on the beach, which was actually better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's really, what the families have to go through and the separation. I mean, it's just, again, I won't dwell on it because, America doesn't really care about its veterans. Although I am going to be talking about Peter Arnett, who passed away at 91. And that was, and in fact, it's kind of a personal thing with me just because of, what he did and where he served, stuff like that. The Living Room War, Vietnam, and stuff like that. Anyway, so a lot of stuff on Donald Trump. Also, let's see. We got a lot of personal stuff here too, including I'm getting some negative comments on my Facebook video about my baking skills and my recipe appetites. I didn't send it to you guys. I made biscuits this morning. I brought some into Flounder, and actually, since the problem is that when I make them biscuits, the tub has 8 of them. Well, I don't. I only eat like 1.5 at a time. So I eat 1.5 at breakfast, and then the next day. So after a couple days, they're going to get stale, so I don't keep them. So I bring them in. I asked Flounder if he wanted some. He did, so I brought him too. And I brought my little friend, sales girl here, two of them also.
So they become a hardtack. Like
I don't. Yeah,
a limey in the British Navy. In the
doink. So I don't. I don't want to waste them. And so, and by the way, the other day, in fact, at the store, there were 2 for $1 of my butter biscuits and Southern style biscuits from whatever they are. And so I bought a crap load of them. So
if you go 2 or 3 days, if you take them and dip them in hot chocolate or coffee, they're delicious.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of ways to use it. And gravy. I mean, you can do a lot of things with gravy, and you can put cheese and sausage, stuff like that. But somebody said what I do is I bake them. I mean, I toast them, and I bring them out when they're about right, and then I put a little butter on them, and then I put them back in the toaster. And I kind of let them cook for a minute to kind of get a little crispy and stuff like that. And then I bring them out, and then I smear them with as much peanut butter as they can hold. I love my Jif's creamy peanut butter in the morning. Oh, man. And I know it. In fact, I saw a study. I forgot to mention it. This was months ago. And it showed if you could eat one thing. It was some study that literally came down to this. If you could eat only one thing for your life, and that thing had to sustain you, what would be among the top things you could eat if that's the only thing you could eat to have a healthy life? And the answer was peanut butter.
But peanut butter's not really that good for you.
Well, it has protein, it has the fats. I know, but I'm telling you, that's what they said. That's what the guy said. You can sustain a life on
natural peanut butter, not the store-bought crap.
Well, anyway, okay, but serious. But anyway, so that's what I do. So I got criticized for having peanut butter on my biscuits. Well, that's the way I like it. I'm not changing anyway. In fact, by the way, this is stupid. I'm sorry. I'm wasting the whole time because we got Trump, we got stuff. Also, I watched the Robert F. Kennedy speech. Holy cow, what a great speech on gender affirming care for children. Oh my God. He said, you people are doing this. You're guilty of malpractice. You're doing it for the money. I mean, he just nailed it. We'll talk about that too. But also, speaking of food. Oh, in fact, you may be, if you're down here tomorrow, let me ask you both, you guys. At the I usually, every night for dinner, I have meatballs and potatoes and gravy. Okay? Lots of gravy, lots of salt. It's perfect. Now, the other day, just for kicks, I used to eat those Tyson chicken fries. Have you ever seen those in a big bag in the freezer section?
Yeah.
And they're chicken French fry flavor shaped chicken crisper, basically. Okay, so the other day I was at a store and I said, I think I'll go back and try those. I've been eating the meatball thing I get on kicks for like months. It's been months. And so I said, hell, I'll try those. So I brought them home the other night. I made them last night. I made some of the chicken fries last night. And I realized I don't really like them as well as I like the meatballs. So now I got they were 2 for $1, so I bought 2 big bags of these chicken fries. So here's my question. Do you guys want them? If I bring them down here packed in ice, Would you eat those things or no? You're shaking your head. How about flounder? You probably don't eat that stuff either, do you? Or do you?
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, there you go. And I'll just throw them in the garbage, I guess. Anyway.
So give them to a local food bank or something.
Yeah, there's an idea. Let me go and look up an address of a food bank. I can leave now if I have to go home and get the
all you got to do is call the nearest church and say, where can I donate food?
But they want my
Is
chicken
that
fries.
Trouble you? Oh, I'm sorry.
They're not going to.
Did I give you a first world problem you had to deal with?
Hi,
Mister, I got all the food I need and put peanut butter on my biscuits, and that's my biggest worry.
Here's that phone call. Hi, Monsignor Kelly. Hi. Yeah, Kim Peterson here. I've got some chicken fries. I'd like to donate them to your. Hello? Is that Monsignor? Hello? Yeah, I got chicken fries.
What the hell's a Monsignor?
I can bring them over. Yeah, I'll leave them on the church door. How about that? Here, anybody want chicken fries? That's an idea. I'll donate them to the nearest charity. My God.
There are soup kitchens everywhere.
Well, I'm going to go one then. I'm going to see. In fact, oh my God, that's my God. But the problem is I got to keep them frozen before I go with them somewhere. So I can't go very far. Well, all right, that's my goal. I'm going to try to figure out the best way to donate my freaking chicken fries. How about that?
Give the phone number out, and someone will tell you where to take them in Alpharetta.
Okay, they can call here, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And again, I'm holding up for YouTube. It's got to be a couple, like 5 or 8 pounds or something of these chicken fries. Maybe not, but it's a big bag of chicken fries. And I've got 2, one almost full and the other totally full, unopened. One of them unopened, and I'm going to donate them to the best charity cause.
Or the first.
And we also got a Christmas bit, I'll bet you, somewhere, and we got a couple of fun things about Christmas time, and Carapine Flounder, and it's Thursday, and here we go. Look out. For Christmas.
As we prepare to celebrate the holidays with family and friends, we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our entire family at Extra 106.3.
Well, last call. Maybe not last call for your health insurance open enrollment. I don't know, but I know who does know about this last call business with your health insurance. The health insurance doctor's name is Stephen, and we've been saying all along now, December 15th, the final day. Well, we're past that. Stuck with those sky-high premiums, deductibles that can choke a mule. Well, there may be something going on. There may be a deadline thing that can be fixed, and you can still get going now between now and the first of the year. And I don't know how he does it, but he's got stuff and he's got plans in mind. Stephen, the health insurance doctor, nationwide PPO, 0 deductibles, premiums cutting by 60% over some of these marketplace things. And again, I'm not sure it applies to everybody, but he knows. So if you're still in a quandary about this, it may not be too late. Stephen, the health insurance doctor, here's the number, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Hey, it's Lowe's for True Prep. Christmas is fast approaching, but don't panic. True Prep has a Christmas sale to end all others. Skip the tacky tie and the ugly sweater this year. Shop at a local business and give truly unique gifts and help someone get on the path to true preparedness. Too many great deals to choose from? Grab a True Prep gift card. Sale prices run through December 31st, so they can still save after Christmas. For more information, check out True Prep at truprep.com. That's truprep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep.
Stop dreaming, start driving. Get the gift that keeps on giving with the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration at RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Each of our certified pre-owned vehicles undergoes an exhaustive process of analysis, inspection, and reconditioning until it meets the uncompromising standards of RBM of Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz. For a limited time, get special financing from as low as 2.99% APR. In addition, you'll receive unlimited confidence with Mercedes-Benz's unlimited mileage warranty, delivering continued assurance for up to 7 years. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration, now through January 2nd, 2026. Not all offers apply to all vehicles, and special financing available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Services through January 2nd, 2026. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 1-800 for details.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Are you looking for health insurance? Georgia's got you covered. Georgia Access is our state's marketplace where you can compare, apply, and enroll for health insurance plans that offer the best value for your needs. Open enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today and choose the plan that's right for you. I'm Insurance Commissioner John King, and I'm proud to bring you health insurance for Georgia by Georgia.
It's almost Christmas. Oh, boy. Yeah. We got a little poll to talk about here today. Actually, I kind of like this, I have to say. I like these wailing songs with an accent. I envy Jesus, me boyo. What's that?
And there she blows. Wailing song.
That's right. Really, I do. I think it's like an old. I just get a feeling about these old songs, about the way it must have been, kind of, you know.
This is This is from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. Well, here we go. On this day in 2005, Fairy Tale of New York was voted the favorite Christmas song ever in a VH1 poll sung by the Pogues and Kirsty MacColl, top spot. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, number 2. Wham's Last Christmas, 3. Other songs in the top 10, Mistletoe and Wine, Sir Cliff Richard at 4. Merry Christmas, Everybody, Slade, number 5. I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day, Wizard, number 6. Christmas Time, The Darkness, number 7. Savior's Day, Sir Cliff Richard, number 8. Do They Know It's Christmas, 1984, Band-Aid, number 9. And Lonely This Christmas by Mud at number 10. A little Christmas song poll. Well, that was kind of cool. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Boy, the people are calling in like crazy on where I can bring my chicken fries. It's unbelievable to help the orphans. There's like 9 orphanages already. Holy crap. We'll get it to
I've got a suggestion.
Yeah, all right.
Doug says that must ministers in Smyrna could help. Must Ministries does a lot there with Dickey Broadcasting.
Oh, well, but they're in Smyrna. They're not going to. Yeah, I mean,
maybe they'll swing by and pick them up.
They're not going to. They're silly. I could meet them. So anyway, I'll do the right thing, whatever it is. Okay, birthdays. Keith Richards. My God, he made it to 82.
It was yesterday.
I know, but it says here today.
I can't believe we did. Yeah, it was yesterday.
It says here today.
Forgot.
It says here today. I'm telling you, it's on my list, and it's on Flounder's birthday list.
Well, good. Then it's today.
So there you are. And our history note.
He said, though, that he could not commit to a European tour next year, saying his arthritis is finally caught up with him, and he can do some dates, but he can't do a whole tour like they did last year.
I don't blame him. You don't want him to die out there. I mean, he is 82, so...
it's just too painful. He's already had to change the way he plays.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not. It's wrong. I mean, he's done its thing. I mean,
well, think about it. Think about it. He's 3 years older than you.
Yeah.
And he's doing
tours. Yeah.
Going on the tour. That's amazing.
Yeah. I can't imagine traveling and jumping up and down on stage and sweating all of the things and then having all the sex with all the girls every night and every day. And that's just really that's the kind of life that I had to give that up. When I was an anchorman, I had to stop doing that when I got, well,
there was a court order.
Final. Well, most of it was, depositions, but then, a lot of them were private. I paid
rumors,
extra.
innuendo.
I paid a lot of money to keep those secret, mister. You have no idea. Anyway, 323. Oh, sorry. And now, 1996. This was the day the Oakland, California School Board unanimously passed a resolution to incorporate Ebonics officially in the classroom. Oakland, California. Maintaining the legitimacy and richness of such language to facilitate their acquisition and mastery of English language skills. And increase the need of salary. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Whoa. Man. Holy cow. What was that? That was really fun. Well, that's a new system they have here. For the program people said, we got to fire up the Kimmer show. So once in a while, Flounder's going to hit that electronic switch, and it sends a shocking signal right through my headset. It's an incredible story. It works, by the way. They're going to have to increase the salaries of people who are proficient in Ebonics and regular English to level of those teaching limited English proficiency students and to use the public funding to help teachers learn Ebonics themselves. Ebonics, like dropping G and ing, things like he be playing, he be working. Nobody can't do nothing on that. Double negatives. Let's see. She been had that dress. She at home. I mean, it's, God forbid you say anything bad about the brothers and the way they speak. So they made it official in Oakland, which, by the way, was one of those dangerous places in America back in the day.
Always has been.
Oh, God.
Frankly. Yeah.
All right, 325, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, we got so much to talk about here, and apparently also a lot of, hold on, Mr. Phone there with a thing here, and also a lot of new stuff. At some point, they're going to be talking more about the Brown University shooting. There are two people they're looking for, but there's one they now apparently have identified for themselves. They haven't released a name yet, but they're supposed to have more later on this afternoon. So when they do it, we'll cover it, obviously. We're going to play some Donald Trump cuts here, Flounder, in a second. And also Robert Kennedy, too. I heard that speech today. Just really, and Donald Trump's speech last night was aggressive, very aggressive, and right on target, too. And again, remember, I said, what you ought to do is come out with those charts and just say, that was the way it was back last time, and here's the way it is now, and it was beautiful. It showed exactly what he's talking about. Percentage of changes and stuff.
You know what he should have turned and said, that's the kind of blank I've been talking about.
That's exactly the kind of hell, he's a lame duck. What difference would it make? Anyway, and last night, let's do some Donald Trump stuff here. Last night, he addressed the nation and came out swinging. But they cut number one here, Flounder. Donald Trump basically said, welcome back to America. Here's cut number one, Donald Trump last night. The old cut number one cut, the first cut of the...
Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Donald Trump. In fact, he promises some good things, including our taxes and refunds. And
we'll
Trump, we'll see. Absolutely.
Next year, because of this tariff
Should
thing,
be a monster.
I was saying last night, it doesn't happen in 1 year. Tariff things take 2 or 3 years sometimes to kick in. We'll see at the end of this 2026 whether his stuff is starting to work.
Yeah. But I think there's going to be very good news. Hell, the stock market went up, 300 or something automatically. Of course, that's a ridiculous way to look at it. And by the way, while we're thinking about it, every time they do a survey, and again, this is really amazing to me, the latest survey I saw was something like 70% of Americans think that, Trump's doing a terrible job on the economy. How is that possible? He's done everything he can to try to get the economy going again the right way. Prices are down, gas is down, energy's way up. I mean, it's, and the reason is, you have to remember, as far as I'm concerned, anytime there's a poll that includes Donald Trump's name or his administration, you're going to get at least 50% negative right off the top, probably more. On general principle, they're never, ever, ever going to say anything nice. If my family got called in a poll and they said, do you think Donald Trump's doing a good job or a bad job, guess what they're going to say? I mean, so those any poll results that mentions his name are crap. Now, if the pollsters did a poll that said, are you in favor of increasing the so-and-so to increase the deductible for joint marriages, yes or no? They'd say, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. And if they don't mention it's Donald Trump's idea, do you believe it's good to eliminate the taxes on tips, yes or no? Everybody would be in favor of that who works for a living doing that kind of stuff. I mean, but if you say Donald Trump's idea of tax on tips, no, hell no, the bastard trying to steal the treasury. So you can't take any faith in any national poll that has anything to do with the name Donald Trump. The issues would work, but not the name. So when they say, how do you think Donald Trump's doing on the economy? Well, he sucks. He sucks. He's So, anyway. Just for the record.
But he needs to do more of what he did last night. He needs to sell it.
That's right.
He needs to tell us what we're doing in Venezuela and tell us what he's doing with the economy.
Yeah. Well, and again, he does that pretty much every day. He did it again today. He had an open news conference again today. He started answering questions from the media. I mean, so it's working, but the mainstream media is not helping and uncovering. In fact, Flounder, let's do this. Let's play cut number 5. This is where Donald Trump, we mentioned at the beginning of the program, where Donald Trump is trying to reward people who serve their country in uniform, and he's already getting some crap out of it. Cut number 5, Flounder, if you will, sir.
1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend in honor of our nation's founding in 1776.
Donald Trump, and they said the check's already on the way and everything's done and set to go. By the way, before we forget, we have Holden Crappett Sports coming up, but they've got a news story going here. The plane apparently carrying Greg Biffle and his wife and their 2 kids has crashed in North Carolina. They got about 2,000 feet in the air, and all of a sudden it crashed partly onto a golf course. And the guy, the reason we know that he was in it before the authorities did is because he was going to see his friend, and his friend said, my God, that's Greg and his wife and his 2 kids came to see me this afternoon, and now they're dead.
Yeah.
In a plane crash. Good Lord. And he was, he's I say semi-retired, a NASCAR driver star.
Yeah, he was a big part in helping when the Helena victims, when the hurricane, when the flooding and all that happened in North Carolina.
Huge name in motorsports, but also, And I don't know was he the pilot? I don't know if he was, who else was on the plane? I don't know.
Apparently the plane, I think it was just a family, I'm not sure, but I think the plane could hold up to 10 to 11 people, and I think they said there were 5 or 6.
And they said it was his plane, but again, it's owned by his, whether him or his, I don't know. But anyway, apparently he and his wife and 2 kids are dead in a plane crash. Good, jeez, I don't know. It's stupid. I just, plane crashes, small plane crashes is just, I mean, seriously, they should never go down. They should never crash. There should never be a thing where they crash.
I think of Payne Stewart. You think of, all the musicians that have died in small planes through the last half century or more. I mean, think about it. Newt Rockney, Rocky Marciano, I Fall to Peace, Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline,
Buddy Holly.
Ricky Nelson. I mean,
Stevie Ray Vaughan in a helicopter.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how many have died when it's so few crashes.
Sitting on the dock of the bay. I mean, you just
Otis, Redding.
Anyway, it's a terrible shame. Sam, pray if you believe in that or
Leonard
something.
Skinnard.
Yeah, I mean, we could honestly, and I just. All right, 3:31. Cover Pete and Flounder. We got Christmas. We got a Christmas bit. Let's do a Christmas bit and more Christmas songs, and we'll have a little fun here. Cover Pete and Flounder.
We only did Rudolph yesterday once.
Well, then we have to do that again here shortly. In fact, you want to do it again coming out of here?
Sure.
All right, we'll do Flounder, let's do that. Can we do that? The poem coming out right here just for Christmas time. All right, excellent. Here we go. Cover Pete and Flounder right here.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn back until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Major James Bullock of the Cobb County Police Department. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
It's midnight and the phone rings. It's a loved one calling from jail. They had a little too much fun at the holiday party and got pulled over. Now what? Time to call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. A Second Chance will get your loved one home quickly. For 20 years, they've been helping folks with 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham and are available 24/7. For fast, professional, discreet services, call 404-BAILOUT. That's 404-BAILOUT or visit atlbail.com. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. My dad, Mike. Dad, what's the all-time best Christmas gift?
Diamond studs. Everybody needs a pair.
And ours don't break the bank. Real diamonds set in gold from just $275. And with D. Geller & Son's lifetime upgrade, get 100% of what you paid towards a bigger pair anytime for life.
We also have diamond jackets for $595 that go around the studs to instantly change the look.
So come spend the holidays with the experts at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
I am Michael Green, chef and third-generation owner of Matthews Cafeteria, located on Main Street in historic downtown Tucker, Georgia. We have been serving Southern comfort favorites since my grandparents opened the doors in 1955. 70 years later, Matthews is still preparing those same recipes. Come in today, grab a tray and sit down to award-winning fried chicken, turkey and dressing, hand-peeled mashed potatoes, and made-from-scratch biscuits, pies, and cobblers. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week. Come and see us today and experience the Matthews way.
Attention Extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
The year-end rush is on at Mike Patton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in LaGrange. Now through December 20th only, when you get any new or pre-owned Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, you get a choice. A $500 Visa gift card, or we'll make your first payment. Shop hundreds of vehicles right now at MikePattonAuto.com with clear, transparent pricing and fast, no-hassle buying. Get to Mike Patton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Lafayette Parkway or start shopping now at MikePattonAuto.com. Drive a little, save a lot. MikePattonAuto.com.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall, Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Ain't nothing beats the cozy comfort of a warm fireplace on a cool Georgia night. Tug here for Chimney Solutions. But before you light that fire, make sure the chimney's clean, safe, and ready with my friends at Chimney Solutions. Did you know that a dirty and damaged chimney could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide leaks or even chimney fires? Don't take that chance. Chimney Solutions certified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your home and family are protected. Chimney Solutions, keeping Georgia homes safe, warm, and beautiful for over 25 years.
I got. By the way, how come when all the girls come into the office here and walk by this open studio thing, they always make sure they turn their heads the other way when they walk? I don't know. What the hell?
Because that's where the people are.
As opposed to the studio monkey. The lab experiment on the right.
Well, if you're a monkey, you know what to do if people are looking at you.
Yeah, here, splang up against the window. Yeah. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder House. It's a old sad song here. It's a Kurt Cobain or something. Yeah. Ow. All right, settle down now, mister. Now we're going to get to him in a second here. There it is. 2004, Kurt Cobain. We got George Harrison news. George Harrison and John Lennon used the same guitar for a while back in the 60s. And the guitar that Harrison and John Lennon both used sold for $570,000 at auction 2004 in New York. It was a Gibson SG guitar. Harrison used it from 66 to 69 to record Revolver. John Lennon used it for the White Album. Other items at Christie's included a letter by Kurt Cobain, which fetched $20,000, and a school book report, I think it was called What I Let the Boys Do by Britney Spears, got about $1,500 or something there. So. And now your birthday list includes Katie Holmes, a naughty little actress, 47. She played Joey Potter on Dawson's Creek. She was one of the naughty girls on Ray Donovan, a TV series, and also Batman Begins. She was, I guess, the DA, I think, if I recall.
You know what she's famous for.
Well, Tom Cruise, dancing with Tom Cruise dancing on the couch at Oprah's house or whatever it was, jumping up and down like an idiot. But, you know, they were in love at the time, I guess. And well, anyway, that's...
We got Malcolm on the horn.
Hold on, Malcolm. Hey, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
I was just remembering back when your old days, you would play a song Christmas time that was walking around in women's underwear.
Yeah, Bob Rivers and his famous chorus, "Walking Around in Women's Underwear." We played all of those. We played. I mean, there were 5 or 8 of them that we played a lot, and clever and funny. And in fact, what the hell, Flounder? We'll do one sometime here in a little bit. We'll find one of those Bob Rivers songs like that one, and like she's dressed like Madonna. You want a thing when you want it. Well, we're going to play it for you, man. And thanks, Malcolm. Thanks for calling. Here we go.
Lacy things the wife is missing. Didn't ask for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear.
Merry Christmas. Anyway, we'll folks, but we're here today, tomorrow, and then we're Monday and Tuesday, and that's a ball game until after Christmas. So anyway, we'll do all kinds of stuff like that. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And, well, I'll do that later. All right, a couple things. Again, we expect an update at some point on the Brown University shooting, more on identifying somebody of interest or possibly a suspect. They haven't actually said for sure. Apparently, they knew who they're looking for, though. Donald Trump last night doubled down on how we're doing and talked about, what happened before and what he's doing now. It was a great speech. It was harsh and pointed, and it was great. I think it was exactly perfect for his supporters, and I'm hoping that people around the country realize that, the guy's for real and it's working. The other thing, I heard Robert F. Kennedy's speech this morning. Holy cow. He was right on. And Robert, we're going to play cut number 6 here in a second, Flounder. Robert Kennedy, the Health and Human Services Secretary, denounced all these gender-changing, taxpayer-funded operations, chemicals, and surgery, which are ruining children. And he said there are 300,000 American kids 13 to 17 who are being betrayed thinking that the clinicians tell them they can change their gender and their sex. Cut number 6 here, Flounder. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. this morning on the crackdown with new laws and rules for doctors.
Doctors assume a solemn obligation to protect children. Yet doctors across the country now provide needless and irreversible sex-rejecting procedures that violate their sacred Hippocratic oath by endangering the very lives that they are sworn to safeguard. The American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, peddled the lie that chemical and surgical sex-rejecting procedures could be good for children who suffer from gender dysphoria. They betrayed the estimated 300,000 American youth ages 13 to 17, conditioned to believe that sex can be changed. They betrayed their Hippocratic oath to do no harm. So-called gender-affirming care has inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on vulnerable young people. This is not medicine, it is malpractice. We're done with junk science driven by ideological pursuits, not the well-being of children.
Kennedy said the Center of Services proposed rules barring hospitals getting federal funds from doing these dangerous, harmful procedures. They've warned 12 manufacturers of breast binders to stop marketing them to children. If they don't comply, the manufacturers will face enforcement actions that include product seizures. The so-called study showed that the gender-affirming care's low-quality studies didn't address the long-term psychological and quality of life. I mean, you know the deal. My God, man. It's unbelievable. By the way, it was announced today that the Kennedy Center, the Performing Arts, is now going to be the Trump Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. I mean, first of all, he cleaned house of all the wokies who were doing like tranny, stuff for the Kennedy Center. He said that's gone forever, and now they're changing the name to put his on there first. I think that's freaking hysterical. They're going to go nuts in the leftist things. Yes,
we
sir.
have a request.
Yeah,
Sean would like to hear Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song.
I like that too.
Flounder, it is Hanukkah right now.
That's correct. In fact, Flounder, if you want, at your leisure, maybe right after 4 o'clock. I don't know.
Did you not want to do the poetry one?
We do want to. In fact, let's do that right now, and then after 4 o'clock, we'll do the Hanukkah song. And again, this is really cool. Flounder of Fury, this is incredible. I know a lot of you, of course, y'all listen to the morning show with Tug and the Smart One, and which, if you've heard the Smart One's look back on history, he actually calls it story time. Well, you call it whether you look back on history or story time. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you now the Smart One from the morning show and story time for Christmas.
Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
The morning Loesch, you can hear the emotion.
Then, one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then, how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Brought to you by the Smart One on the Morning Show, 106.3. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, your afternoon time, 3:46. Another beautiful day, Christmas time. How's it going? Dun, dun, dun.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru and give back. It's really that easy. For every new Subaru bought or leased during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will make a donation to national and local charities that our owners care about. The Subaru Share the Love event has supported more than 2,700 hometown charities, and by the end of our 18th year, Subaru and retailers like Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated more than $350 million to charity. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community, and during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, you get a great vehicle and support a great cause. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Additionally, for every Subaru vehicle routine visit during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $5 to our hometown charity. But it's only happening now through January 2nd, so hurry in to Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Traeger. Let's give the gift that brings families together right around the grill. A Traeger grill from Howard Brothers is more than just a present. It's the secret ingredient for holiday magic. Whether it's slow smoked brisket, holiday ham, or cookies fresh off the grill. Yes, I said cookies. A Traeger is the gift that keeps on giving all year long. Visit Howard Brothers today and find the perfect Traeger grill for your holiday wish list. Don't wait. Santa's sleigh is filling up fast. Howard Brothers, family owned, locally trusted, and ready to make your Christmas unforgettable.
It's here. It's called winter. Is your furnace ready to make sure you're warm inside and you keep the cold weather outside? Well, if you're not sure, you need to talk to the folks at Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Central Heating and Air is one of the few second-generation locally owned HVAC companies in Atlanta. With Central, you're not just a number, you're a member of the family. It's been that way since 1947, and it's still that way today. Give Central a call at 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta carrier expert since 1947. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT, centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all three are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future today.
Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies. Glenn Beck is not a client and is paid for his endorsement.
Atlanta's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. What is one thing that's worse than voting for a woke Democrat? Democrat? Answer, leaving your hard-earned valuables unprotected from fire and theft. And during the holidays, thefts and gang activity increase. So don't leave your stuff unprotected. And with rebates through the end of the year, there's no better time than to visit Atlanta Safe House and select a quality safe to protect your stuff. Our brands include Browning, Champion, and Fort Knox. So drop by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com. That's atlantasafehouse.com.
Georgia Tech football season tickets are now on sale. Secure your seat in Bobby Dodd Stadium at Hyundai Field to watch head coach Brent Key and the Yellow Jackets take the field in key matchups versus Colorado, Tennessee, and ACC foes. Has a man wide open over the middle, catches the 15, and cruising in for the touchdown. 52 yards, and they made it look easy. Visit RamblinRack.com/tickets to get your tickets today. Sting 'em.
Hey Atlanta, it's the holidays. The games are on, the good times are flowing, but here's the winning call this season from your friends at Modelo. Don't drink and drive. If you'll be celebrating, drink responsibly. Call a rideshare, grab a cab, or hand your keys to a sober friend. Because nothing's worth losing when it comes to getting home safe. This message is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit, and your friends at 680 The Fan, reminding you to celebrate the holidays responsibly.
Yeah, look out. Dun. Here we go. Man, the kid could dance, kid could sing. 2003, out on bail, Michael Jackson was formally charged with 7 counts of child molestation and 2 counts of giving intoxicating liquor to a minor with the intent of doing something bad to the kid. The abuse took place between February and March 2003. The victim, only called John Doe. Michael Jackson's lawyer said he was unequivocally innocent and would fight the charges with every fiber of his child-hugging soul. There you are. And our birthday, and he was found innocent of any criminal charge, as I recall, and bought a couple extra giraffes for the farm. I think paid off the family for $800 trillion, as I recall, something like that. Anyway, our birthday list includes Rachel Griffiths. Rachel Griffiths is 57. She's Brenda on 6 Feet Under, and was in that series Brothers and Sisters, whatever that is.
I understand that giraffe actually testified in Michael's behalf during that trial.
Really, because he would he would
I mean, he really stuck his neck out for him.
Well, there you are. See, I was wondering.
Put his reputation on the line.
I'm right on the line there, the whole reputation. And on this day in history, boy, I know somebody who didn't like this happening. In fact, I should start, instead of this day in history, I should start calling it story time.
What is this story time
that's
thing?
That's Los's thing. That's what Los does in the morning.
Well, the Rudolph thing wasn't his thing. It was,
I was making a little joke, silly. My God.
Well, you just always you're doing something out of the blue, so we're like, don't know where you're going with this.
That's what we are here in radio. It's just on right now, baby. It could go anywhere. And now, December this day in 1878, Joseph Swan demonstrates his carbon filament electric light about a year before Thomas Edison. The light burned bright in his laboratory, but it broke down demonstration-wise because it didn't have enough current, or had too much current. And he successfully did it again to demonstrate in January of 1879 with an actual lamp in operation. This guy Swan developed the carbon filament in 1860, but he had no good vacuum pump, so he needed one to make it work. When he developed a better vacuum pump, he was able to reduce oxygen in the bulb, allowing the filament to glow almost white hot without catching fire. 1878. Apparently, when Thomas Edison found out, he had Joseph Swan tortured with electric swats and have him chopped up into pieces and fed to kittens, which is an incredible. Edison was not a man to share inventions, apparently. Caribbean Flounder, 355. How's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. What are we doing after 4 o'clock? I forgot. I wanted to hear what? What were we going to do at 4 o'clock? I forgot.
Hanukkah song.
Hanukkah song. Adam Sandler. That's what it was. Yeah. In fact, I saw when he did that live, as I recall. I think it was Saturday Night Live. if I'm not mistaken. And I remember the show, and I thought it was pretty clever when I saw him do it live. And anyway, well, that's coming up after 4. And we have more Christmas stuff here. Also, newsy stuff. Here we go again. Oh, my, I mean, this is getting even worse about the Mar-a-Lago raid and Jack Smith and the disgrace of Atlanta Christopher Wray and Jim Comey, the other Federal Bureau of Insurrection. The White House under Joe Biden auto pen cadaver was coordinating with the Department of Justice and the FBI about the search for Mar-a-Lago and Donald Trump's residence. They not only were involved in setting it all up, but there is now smoking gun email evidence between former Biden's White House counsel's office, Merrick Garland's DOJ, National Archives and Records Administration before the search warrant. Recall, that's where it all started. The excuse they used was that somebody in the Archives Records Department complained that Donald Trump had records he didn't belong, he should not have been able to have in his possession. So they claimed that that was where it started. That's all a bunch of crap. They were all in on it together. They used the guy at the Archives Department, plus the FBI and the CIA, the Attorney General, the DOJ. The Biden's White House was involved in the most unprecedented, unjust, improper law enforcement act in the history of our country, using the FBI to raid the home of a political rival and former president. They were talking about it. They were talking about the documents. They were looping in essentially the archives custodian for the documents, talking about it in unity at one point until somebody in the email chain of the White House person says, hey, why don't we take this offline? And suddenly every email communication on this thing stops. Very clear the White House was involved. They knew about it. They only knew, but they were coordinating it. They were putting the DOJ in touch with specifically people at the custodian archives department regarding the documents in Mar-a-Lago to set up the raid. Even though we now know yesterday we told you the FBI agent said, no, there's no evidence for that. We don't need to do that. That's overkill. We could, it's not necessary, and we don't have the justification for it. They already said we don't have the justification. Well, the defense team demanded evidence of the coordination with the White House, charging dozens of counts under Jack Smith. And it all started with these people and the Biden White House. Close participation at the White House counsel's office and the senior officials at DOJ and FBI. The emails undermine completely the claim the White House was not involved in any decision to raid the president's house. The hypocrisy of saying no circumstances was the White House involved is incredible. Emails now prove it. They coordinated the raid on the former president's home and then lied about it and covered it up by saying, let's take this offline because they might catch us in the future, and we just did. Yep. Ta-da! Not to mean anything. Flounder, how about time? You got Flounder's funny? I hope it didn't break the
I want to be Somalian right now. That's
I don't want to be Somalian right now.
All the Democrats in the states are like, oh, it's just horrific watching my Somali neighbors being ripped from their homes. I'm like, if you have Somali neighbors, you live in a bad area. But I feel bad for the Somalians because, they're being called garbage and they're trying to defend themselves online and they don't have anything to work with. They have like one picture and one video of Mogadishu. The picture is like from a rooftop of a building, and it's like 2 blocks from the beach, and you can see the beach, and they post it, and they go, look at Somalia, it's beautiful. It's like, yeah, how about you turn that camera around?
4 o'clock, Giver, Pete, and Flounder, and who was that? Do we have to...
Ben Bankus.
There you go. All right, thank you, man.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
A new federal perspective on pot. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump moving to ease federal restrictions on marijuana for medical research.
President Trump says his executive order won't legalize or decriminalize marijuana for recreational purposes, but reclassifying cannabis as a Schedule III substance will relax regulations that restricted medical research.
The facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be
legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered in some cases.
The president says he fielded many phone calls from friends pushing for the reclassification. As a Schedule III substance, cannabis would be treated much like ketamine and anabolic steroids.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The DEA was already reviewing reclassification. It's not clear how long the process could take. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. proposing rules that would limit access to transgender treatment for minors.
So-called gender-affirming care has inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on vulnerable young people. This is not medicine, it is malpractice.
Under the new rules, Medicaid and children's health programs would not cover gender-affirming care, and hospitals offering those treatments to minors would be barred from Medicare and Medicaid programs. A North Carolina congressman just confirming that a NASCAR champion has died in today's fiery plane crash at a regional airport north of Charlotte. The business jet that went down while trying to land was owned by a company run by retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle. Congressman Richard Hudson says Biffle and his family were on the plane. Sheriff's officials only reporting multiple fatalities. Better than expected news on inflation. Consumer prices up 2.7% year over year in November. And stocks rise. The Dow up 65 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
No, sir, don't thank me. Really, no, it was my honor. No, Mr. President, I thought if the charge would be the right. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, please, no, no, I can't, Mr. President. No, all right, well, you're welcome, Donnie. Sorry, I'm sorry, sir, Mr. President. I'll be back. At 4:03, Kim, Pete, and Flounder. I just had a call from the president thanking me for my idea about putting charts up in a speech. Last night was a big hit. And now Hall & Oates. 1982, 4 weeks at #1 with Man Eater. She'll only come out at night. If I had a dime for every... No. That was her 5th American #1, and the biggest hit in Britain reached #6. In Britain, Hall & Oates, 1982. Mr. Thing, they're close here. Kevin Peyton Flounder. Birthday list includes Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is 24 years old today. And I don't know anything about her other than, is she still singing around? Is she still a thing or doing hit records? Do we even know? Is she even performing or anything? Billie Eilish?
Oh, yeah, she's still doing stuff.
Is she?
She posted revealing, well, it's kind of a décolletage type thing, showing off her yabba yesterday.
She has changed her appearance frequently for the fun of it, I think, just to, I don't know whether is she like identify as a thing unusual or anything? Not, I don't know.
Well, I think she decided she does both boys and girls
half,
now.
Yeah. Well, we certainly don't want to, be too quick to
inhibit anyone.
Judge.
As long as there's video, what do we
she's
care?
Got a friend. I mean, sometimes girls have girlfriends that if they show up for the date, who are you to turn them down? My God,
it's like that experiment in college.
Exactly. Okay. 4:05. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. On this day in history, it was 1975. George and Kathy Lutz move into a house in Amityville, New York. It was the site of a 1974 massacre. They moved in the next year, 1975. 28 days after they moved in, they fled in terror. They said there was oozing green slime, red-eyed pigs running amok, and so much more. Their much disputed tale inspired the book and the movie, The Amityville Horror. 1975, and all started on this date when they got the thing. Kara Pete and Flounder, 405-404-741-1230. As you just heard, the inflation rate's much better than they thought. Things are going great. Donald Trump has changed the categorization of the ranking on the list of dangerous drugs. He's changed the ranking of marijuana down a couple of notches to instead of a stage 1, it's a stage 3 or whatever, or vice versa. I'm not sure what the thing was, but it make it more like Tylenol or Excedrin or something, apparently. And so that doesn't mean that it's legal. And I don't know whether it means that if you have some in your car and you get stopped, it's a lesser charge. I don't know whether this means, and now Flounder was telling me that this means that they actually somebody here at the station told Flounder to tell me that it meant that it would be easier we'll be making able for the marijuana companies to put their money in the bank.
Yeah, deposits and things like that, because federal law, you're not allowed to do that.
Right, you can't use drug money in a federal thing.
Yeah,
so now they can do that, but I don't know what, I mean, well, I suppose that's great for the banks.
But the other thing it's supposed to do is relieve a lot of the red tape for research.
But medicinal stuff like that. But again, I don't know whether that makes it a less of a crime if you get caught with it in states where it's not legal.
I don't think it can hurt. I mean, I don't think it can, yes, I think
I'm sure that'll help. But yes. The problem, again, the biggest problem I have with it, well, a couple of problems. One, if all of them, people say we can start smoking dope all the time, they're going to be smoking dope all the time. I mean, there's going to be...
Instead that you're just going to have a percentage of the population that's going to be unmotivated potheads. They're all going to sit around and not do anything.
Yeah. And even those who are not, what you would call drug abusers are going to be drug users, a little something before you go to bed or maybe something before you go to a party. I mean, it's going to make it that much more justified for people. And the thing that I'm worried about the most for people who do that, again, I'm so old, it doesn't make any difference, but if you're smoking dope, it stays in your system for weeks and weeks and weeks. And if you get in a car wreck, God forbid someone jumps in front of your car.
They have some type of breathalyzer now that
I don't know, but you say they have a marijuana breathalyzer?
Yes.
They have a breathalyzer for pot?
They do.
Okay.
Now I'm not sure if it's completely certified and all that stuff, but they do have one.
Body weight and age and metabolism. I don't know how they can possibly do that without a blood test. Anyway, but again, you could have it in your system. That doesn't mean you're high. But if it's in your system, there goes your insurance. There goes your life insurance stuff. I don't know. I just think there are ramifications that people might be thinking of. Also, believe me, if I were in a state where if this rule comes in and people are starting to smoke a marijuana, if I were in a state where it's not legal, you just put the police to do pullover stops checking for marijuana stuff, DUI stops, and pad the kiddies. The whole thing makes me nervous. That's all. Anyway, I'm an old fart, so I don't know. Let's see. Donald Trump. I got in a couple of new digs at the Biden administration and the Buttigieg administration too. Donald Trump has put new plaques on his White House Presidential Walk of Fame. Already he had mocked Joe Cadaver with a photo of an auto pen to represent the 46th president. Now there are two plaques that include Trump's nicknames for Biden. Here what it says. The top plaque says this: Sleepy Joe Biden was by far the worst president in American history. Biden oversaw a series of unprecedented disasters that brought our nation to the brink of destruction. His policies caused the highest inflation rate ever recorded, leading the U.S. dollar to lose more than 20% of its value in 4 years. Nicknamed both sleepy and crooked, Biden was dominated by his radical left handlers. Their allies and fake news media attempted to cover up his severe mental decline and his unprecedented use of the auto pen. That's just the first plaque. Here's the quicker one, number 2. Following his humiliating debate loss to President Trump in the big June 2024 debate, he was forced to withdraw from his campaign for re-election in disgrace. Those are the two new plaques on the Presidential Walk of Fame. I freaking love it. And you also go to Obama. Is there a plaque for Obama, one of the most divisive political figures in American history? The highly ineffective Unaffordable Care Act, resulting in his party losing control of both houses of Congress and the election for the largest House Republican majority since 1946. He spied on the presidential campaign of Donald J. Trump, presided over the creation of Russia hoax, worst political scandal in American history. Anyway, I mean, there we go. In fact, we're going to play the Hanukkah song here in a second. First, let's play cut number 7. Speaking of the Democrat Party, here is what there's a guy on CNN. I can't remember his name. I should get his name, but he does all their statistical stuff. And every time he comes out and says how Donald Trump's doing great against the Democrats, they hate it. But here's his latest take on how the Democrat Party's doing these days. Cut number 7, Flounder, if you will.
How are voters feeling about Democrats right now? Yeah, I mean, Democrats in the minds of the American public are lower than the Dead Sea. What are we talking about here? Well, let's take a look. The net approval rating for Democrats in Congress, you said it, Kate Baldwin, the lowest ever. Look at this. Overall, they are 55 points underwater. Their approval rating is south of 20%. It's even worse when you look at independents. Look at this. Negative 61 points. That means that their approval rating is 61 points lower than their disapproval rating. Quinnipiac has been polling this question for the better part of the 21st century. They have never found Democrats, at least those in Congress, in worse shape than they are right now.
Wow.
So how can they win the midterms then?
Well,
how could that be possible unless the Republicans are so incompetent?
I know. There's no, and again, it's almost always happens that the party in power loses the midterms. No matter who it is, it almost always happens just because that's what people do. But this should be different. You know, we still got time. I mean, there, several months before you're going to have to cast those ballots, and so. But I think we're on the right track. Everybody's doing the right thing, but it still makes me nervous. 412. We're going to play the Hanukkah song here in a couple of minutes after we come back. Also, don't forget Shannon Burke's going to join us at 5:00 today, which is very exciting, as you know. Did you see the video of the 2 rats in New York City tug of war over a bagel? 2 huge rats. Anyway, Flounder, what was the thumbs up? You want to do that now, or you want to come back with it?
We'll come back with it.
Okay, no, excellent. Anyway, Kim Repeat, Flounder, 404-741-1230. Christmas time. Here we go.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Donald Trump's obscene comments about Rob Reiner and his wife left me so disgusted and angry that I found myself trying to think, why in the world do you even support this guy? And I settled on 2 things. Number 1, he effectively closed the border and stopped the invasion from the South. That alone may have saved our republic. Plus, he's in the process of dismantling the Department of Education. Something else long overdue. What a shame if the teachers' unions lost their biggest support mechanism in Washington. Have you heard the latest from the National Education Association? It's about neo-pronouns and exo-pronouns. In early December, the NEA had an Advancing LGBTQ plus Justice event. They discussed neo-pronouns. What are those? Well, we have some examples, like Z, Zem, and Zir. Those are the neo-pronouns. Neo, new. Then the exo-pronouns. And again, this is from NEA documents. Exo-pronouns like cat, cats, and cat self. Yeah, for people who identify as cats. In some of their presentation slides at this event, the NEA referred to America as, quote, what we know as the United States of America, unquote, or, quote, what we now call the United States of America. This is what the NEA is working on in 2025. And as Carol Markowitz in the New York Post tells us, they're just waiting for somebody to follow Donald Trump so they can go right back into prominence again. Thank you, Donald Trump, for doing anything you can to destroy these people and the Department of Education. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Most exterior remodelers last 4 years. Year 7, your warranty is worthless. Hey, it's Tug for Southern Exteriors. They've served Atlanta homeowners for 26 years, and they'll be here for the next 26 years. Every warranty comes with real peace of mind because we'll still be here to honor it, unlike those other businesses. For siding, roofing, gutters, windows, and doors, call 877-9-SOUTHERN, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co, southernexteriors.co.
Well, we got your sun, we got your rain, we got your temperatures. Whoa, growing season, planting season. Stovall & Company, third generation wholesale landscaping suppliers with 11 locations, and they get the job done because their names are on the company. So if you need something delivered fast, it's probably already on the way, but check out your window. Beautiful new store locations everywhere, and the boys are taking care of things. They've been providing contractors for 75 or something years. And don't forget, if you're putting in an outdoor fireplace or a kitchen by the pool or something in somebody's yard, they can help you with concrete type stuff. And if you have something you need, they don't have it, they tell you where else to get it. What a deal. StovallInc.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
You probably heard Relief Factor commercials where somebody says to his spouse regarding his pain, "You don't understand. It's gone." Well, Sharon told us that's exactly how she feels. She wrote to me and she said, "Glenn, Relief Factor has helped me so much. I plan on taking it for the rest of my life. I'm a walking testimonial." For me, it was more like Tanya twisting my arm to give Relief Factor a try. I heard about Relief Factor All Natural, created by doctors, blah, blah, blah. I really agreed to try it, not in thinking it would work. I just wanted to get her to stop telling me to do something and prove her wrong. Well, she was right, again, of course, and I got my life back. Not only did I not have to live in pain, I could thrive again. If pain has been holding you back, maybe it's time you found out why so many people just like Sharon, just like me, make Relief Factor part of their daily routine. 2 out of 3 people who try it go on to order more month after month. I'm one of them. Try the 3-week quick start today. See how it works for you. Visit ReliefFactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF. That's 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF.
And knocking on heaven's door. Bob Dylan, 1972, started filming his role in the American Western drama Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. The movie included James Colburn, Chris Christopherson, and Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan composed the score and songs for the film, most prominently this one, Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Kimmer Peyton Flounder, 419. Brad Pitt got some good news today on his birthday. Brad Pitt is 62, and he apparently just won a decision by a court with his fight with Angelina Jolie over the winery they own together. And he complained that she was lying about trying to sell it or not or whatever. Now he got a judge to rule today that he has the right to her emails. They've been fighting about this. It's really sad. Brad Pitt, 62. He won 2 Oscars, Inglourious Basterds, Thelma and Louise, Ocean's 11, etc., Troy, Spy Game, which was a great movie, Fight Club, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Brad Pitt, 62 years old today. And on this day in history, 1972, after the breakdown of peace talks with North Vietnam a few days earlier, President Richard Nixon says, well, just in time for Christmas, how about some bombing of North Vietnam? Yes, President Nixon said plans are drawn up for Operation Linebacker 2. B-52s and fighter bombers dropped 20,000 tons of bombs on Hanoi and Haiphong. A few weeks later, final Paris Peace Treaty was signed, went back to the table, ending the role of America, ending the U.S. role at least. The Cold War back home was pretty serious. Others suggested the tax didn't do much other than more death and destruction. Henry Kissinger said it forced them back to the concessions of the bargaining table. And they worked out a draft treaty in October 1972, and it showed the South Vietnamese that we would not desert them, supposedly. Well, anyway, what a thing. I tell you, in fact, we're going to talk more about that with a guy named Peter Arnett, who passed away at the age of 91. First, Flounder, let's do that request. By the way, we do a lot of requests here at the Kenrick Pete and Flounder Show. And our one request this afternoon was for Adam Sandler and the Hanukkah song. Happy Hanukkah to our friends.
Here comes Hanukkah, so much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we have 8 crazy nights. When you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree, here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me. David Lee Roth lights the menorah. So do James Conn, Kirk Douglas, and the late Dinah Shore. Guess who eats together at the Carnegie Deli? Bowser from Sha-Na-Na and Arthur Fonzarelli. Paul Newman's half Jewish, Goldie Hawn's half too. Put them together, what a fine-looking Jew. Deck the halls or Jingle Bell Rock, 'cause you can spin a dreidel with Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, both Jewish. Put on your yarmulke, it's time for Hanukkah. The owner of the Seattle Supersonicas celebrates Hanukkah. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew. But guess who is? Hall of Famer Rod Carew. He converted. We got Ann Landers and her sister, dear Abby. Harrison Ford's a quarter Jewish, not too shabby. Some people think that Ebenezer Scrooge is. Well, he's not, but guess who is? All 3 Stooges. So many Jews are in showbiz. Tom Cruise isn't, but I heard his agent is. Tell your friend Veronica it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. I hope I get a harmonica on this lovely, lovely Hanukkah. So drink your gin and tonica and smoke your marijuana. If you really wanna go, have a happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
That was pretty clever, I do say.
And the guitar worked pretty good, too.
Yeah, he could play that guitar. I mean, even at the end, that was very impressive. In fact, when I was doing that, I wondered to myself, I wonder if he learned how to play the guitar just to, do something like that for a skit.
No, because early in his career in comedy, he used the guitar.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I guess he knows how to play the game. It was pretty good. I mean, anyway. Well, there you are. By request. And again, if you have a Christmas song or a sketch or something. In fact, you know what? We haven't done the Redneck Christmas we did that. Let's do that later on today, and then we'll do it, and we'll start really doing them a lot starting tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday. But maybe we'll do that later on in the show. What do you think, Flounder? So if you can get back there.
I got a bunch from last year that Pete gave me that you don't even know about. So we have plenty to play. So just whenever you want to play one.
Well, we're going to do this. We'll do some news, and then after the break, we'll do another one, damn it. I mean, seriously, why not? Anyway, Kevin Pete and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Sad news, but what a great life. 91 years old, Peter Arnett has passed away. Pulitzer Prize-winning Vietnam and Gulf War correspondent. He won the 1966 Pulitzer Prize for international reporting for his Vietnam War coverage for the AP. Peter Arnett was suffering from prostate cancer. He was known to fellow journalists when he reported in Vietnam starting in 1962 all the way till 1975 when it was over. A household name, live updates later during the Iraq and first Gulf War for CNN. He did live broadcasts by cell phone from his hotel room. There was an explosion right near me. You may have heard that one in a calm voice. In January 66, he joined a battalion of soldiers seeking to rout North Vietnamese snipers. He was standing next to the... In fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to read one little paragraph here. This is Peter Arnett, and he was one of the guys who gave us what they called the living room war, where people sat down to dinner, and on the TV was live coverage of what was the fight in Vietnam, and it showed the bloody coverage. I mean, it showed the battles, combat. And by the way, I haven't seen combat footage on TV. Well, we saw Iraq War stuff anyway. I haven't seen footage like was Vietnam footage they did.
You know why? Because both sides are making money off of it, and they both want it.
Yeah. Just let me read a couple lines here of what he wrote. He was standing next to. He said, I'm standing next to the battalion commander when an officer paused to read a map. As the colonel peered at it, I heard 4 loud shots as bullets tore through the map and into his chest a few inches from my face. He sank to the ground at my feet. He would begin the fallen soldier's obituary like this. He was the son of a general, a West Pointer, and a battalion commander. But Lieutenant Colonel George Eister was to die like a rifleman. It may have been the colonel's leaves of rank on his collar, or the map he held in his hand, or just a wayward chance that the Viet Cong sniper chose Eister from the 5 of us standing in that dusty jungle path. Peter Arnett, where he talked about that.
Wow, that's good writing.
That's real good writing. He also, 2 quick things here. He said, we learned a lot of survival tricks out in the boonies like that. Among them, never stand near a medic or a radio operator because they're the first the enemy's going to shoot at. If you hear a gunshot coming from the other side, don't look around to see where it came from because the next one's going to be for you. Anyway, Peter Arnett passed away at 91. What a man. He was right there, man. He wasn't afraid of anything. 428, Cameron Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. We knew this was going to happen. I guess Dan Bongino is leaving the FBI's number 2 job. Apparently, he was. It says here he loved what he did. He was having a great time, but it was killing him. His wife. He said he felt like he was divorced. He couldn't live with his wife. I mean, they were all targets, basically, been doxxed and everything. And he said since he took the job, of course there have been problems with the other people in the FBI and getting rid of all the people in the Biden team. So there's been tension. But he said between that and the fact that his wife, he said he felt like he was divorced and he just couldn't take it anymore. He wants to go back and do his podcast stuff. And Donald Trump said he did a great job. I think he wants to go back to his show. And, so God bless. And he was there for a year. I mean, he's leaving in January. So what's wrong with, that's fine. In fact,
you're supposed to do your public service, and go back to your public life.
That's the way it should be. I would be very surprised if Kash Patel's there for 4 years or anybody. I mean, most of them do change. I mean, it is a sacrifice. I wouldn't want, those guys work 7 days a week. Imagine they bash them and make fun of everything else. But can you imagine doing one of those jobs under Donald Trump?
I was thinking last night that maybe Mario is a better presidential candidate than J.D. Vance because it's obvious this is a strain on J.D.'s marriage with what's going on.
They're saying they're trying to make a thing of it. Whether it is or not, we don't know. But again, it's got to be a strain. It's got to be a thing. Although I just think enough, Pete, when you said that, I was just reading another story and they quoted In fact, we're talking about the strength of the who's running in the parties. They quote Rubio again as saying, if J.D. Vance runs, he won't. The Rubio will not run against him in the primaries. If J.D. Vance is running, he will not. Yeah. Now, again, what a ticket that would be, man. What a team. I can't imagine. And by the way, apparently, where do I have this? I got it somewhere. I got the rankings. Apparently, I don't know why I can't find it right now. Carmela's side piece is like leading the pack of presidential candidates for the Democrat Party.
Yeah, it's her and Gavin Newsom.
And Gavin Newsom, president. Yeah, governor haircut. The worst governor of the worst state. Oh, my God.
They're both from the worst state.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Actually, hasn't Minnesota now surpassed California as the worst
I guess
state?
so. And by the way, there's more scandal in Minnesota. They just announced more arrests again today, and another, billions of dollars that have been disappeared for the exact same thing. It's been going on forever. And they've got just another whole slew of the scandalous behavior in Minnesota politics, letting them get away with all it's all more Somalians.
How many have been arrested? How many Somalians have been arrested?
Oh, I don't know if they've arrested any. Well, no, like 4. I mean, they've arrested, like a couple of ringleaders. But again, where the hell did I have that? I've got that story here somewhere.
Such a special people. They've done so much for humanity. The human parade.
I wish somebody had asked that mayor when he said, well, they do so much for our community. I say, well, gee, that's great. What are the top 3 things?
Well, who's more worthless, Palestinians or Somalians?
I'll tell you. I mean, didn't we say that something like 89% of them are on welfare in Minnesota? Yeah. Anyway, 4:31, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? Shannonburg joins us at 5 o'clock today. It's Thursday, and it's almost Christmas, and we got Christmas stuff and newsy stuff. And
1 week away.
1 week. Holy cow. Hard to believe. Anyway, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. Police stole my car.
Get connected to Extra 1063 on all your favorite apps. Then download ours and stream the station across Georgia. We're live online at extra1063.com. Stream live video from the studios on YouTube. And of course, Kimmer, Bortz, and your favorite Extra shows in crystal clear digital on the Extra 1063 app.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. Dad, what's the all-time best Christmas gift?
Diamond studs. Everybody needs a pair.
And ours don't break the bank. Real diamonds set in gold from just $275.
Yep, haven't raised those prices since the 80s.
How on earth does that work?
We get them straight from the source, just like we've done since 1939, and handpick the best and brightest.
And with D. Geller & Son's lifetime upgrade, get 100% of what you paid towards a bigger pair anytime for life.
We also have diamond jackets for $5.95 that go around the studs to instantly change the look.
And that's just one thing. We've got birthstone jewelry, stackable rings and bracelets.
Our best holiday selection ever at prices that can't be beat.
So come spend the holidays with the experts at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
For over 50 years, Mike Patton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has been moving people right here in LaGrange. A true family business built on integrity and built around serving you. And right now is the perfect time to shop Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram because now through December 20th, you'll get a $500 Visa gift card or we'll make your first payment on any new or pre-owned vehicle. Start your search anytime at MikePattonAuto.com where you can shop hundreds of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. So drive a little, save a lot. In LaGrange on Lafayette Parkway or online 24/7 at MikePattonAuto.com.
Ho, ho, holy cow. Family and friends are coming for the holidays, and you need some projects done around the house before they arrive. Relax. We've got you covered. Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia from the Trusted Toolbox. With our handyman for a day deal, we can knock out all those projects you've been putting off for months. From plumbing issues and painting to flooring, fencing, trim work, and much, much more. So get your home ready for the holidays and call us at 770-623-3097, or you can always book it online at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
Here's a fantastic holiday gift idea for the cook in your life. Treat them to a day at Southern Thunder Barbecue School, a hands-on cooking experience where you'll learn award-winning technique for cooking melt-in-your-mouth competition quality barbecue. Full details online at southernthunderbbq.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
Evaluating landscaping contracts for 2026 will stop dealing with unreliable vendors. You need the Ricks Group Landscape Management. Certified, insured, proven experts, trusted by property managers, HOAs, and commercial clients across Metro Atlanta. Specializing in hardscaping, drainage and erosion issues, ready for a reliable partnership, a detailed proposal, and a professional team you can count on. Will start your RFP search now at thericksgroupga.com, where experience and accountability meet landscaping results.
Are we still doing this?
Welcome to the Kimmer Show halftime update.
Kimmer,
let's check in with Pete and the scoreboard.
Supply of news items
versus stories actually covered.
We need to talk about on the show. And I failed. Oh, we lost Pete. Hold on, we got to recycle here a second. Hold on a minute. We'll keep the drum roll going. There we go. He's back. He's back. Pete Davis, 437. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. There we go.
Are we doing the countdown?
We're doing what you normally do.
Yes, sir. The countdown, the halftime report.
Yes.
All right, halftime report of the 15 stories.
Yeah. Topics
you have done.
Yes.
2.
No, wait a minute.
2.
There's
15 stories.
Things happen.
I woke up this morning and I looked. There were 27 stories you had sent over.
I know, but I can't do them all. So
it'd be nice to do half of them.
How to do a couple. Anyway, hold on to everything. We got the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. But first, phone calls take priority. As you know, Rick the Painter. It's Rick the Painter. Yeah, happy Thursday, Rick the Painter. What's going on, man?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, brother. Yeah. I've kind of got a Christmas story. If you don't mind.
All right, sir. Yeah, please.
It's not really a Christmas. It would happen during Christmas.
Happened, yeah.
It was my first wife, my starter wife, actually. Yeah, she was a psychology major in college. Yeah. But anyway, so after 2 years, I fired the pool boy right before Christmas.
Oh, no. Really?
She started psychoanalyzing me and said, "Oh, you're just insecure having this young, good-looking man walking around here." Kimmer, my argument was, we don't own a pool. We don't even have a pool.
Well, I could see that could make a difference. See, if you didn't have a boy, but the pool boy would be coming for the pool to clean out the sucking drains or something, I guess. I don't know how to put it to you or anything like that. But
I've started my New Year's resolutions early, Kimmer.
All right, New Year's resolutions like what?
Doing a little exercise. I'm doing crunches twice a day now.
Wow, I love it. Crunches. Yeah.
Captain in the morning and Nestle at night.
Nestle's Crunch, ladies and gentlemen. Captain. Ho, hey. Actually, in fact, I have now. Check this out. Oh, you got a new thing. You got a new thing. He's got the new
French girl.
Yeah, there you go. The French girl from way back. Oh my God. And I've even brought in my little tube of Asper cream because I've started working out. I've started doing some.
All right, what is that called again?
Asper cream?
Yeah. Is that a lube of some sort?
What? Is there somebody new in your life? Bend over, I'll drive.
Well, when the ladies are no longer attracted to you.
Cream. What the hell?
Asper cream. It's the aspirin on a giant thing tube here. Because I've been doing weight stuff and I hurt like hell. so I'm actually bringing this with me to put it on when I need it.
Well, the other thing you need to after you're done doing your weights, do you eat?
I not right after. No.
So what you should do if you're trying to build a little muscle or get some of your muscle back is after you do your workout, you want to eat a meal at least 2 hours after your workout. Yeah. You want to do some kind of good protein.
Yeah. And that's why I'm doing a lot of peanut butter stuff like that. I'm serious. Anyway, so
peanut butter, like steak and chicken.
Well, I do meat. I do beef every night.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
Doctor, every time I wake up, I have a pounding sensation in my.
Yes, we did.
Is that you back there, Doctor?
Yeah, just put your pants over there next to mine. And this won't hurt me a bit. Anyway, 441. Give it Pete Flounder. Our birthday list includes Leonard Maltin, the movie critic, and Leonard Maltin is 75. I thought he was way older than that.
Oh
yeah. He's younger than I am. I thought he was an old man. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought he was old. My God. I mean, this is, anyway, it's all right. And on this day in history, 1997. Flounder, if you're ready, sir. 1997, it's Christmas for most of us, but something else for the rest of us, if you will.
Happy Festivus. It's Festivus. When George was growing up, his father...
It's nothing. It's just... As I reign, I reach. I haven't celebrated Festivus in years.
Here we go, sorry.
Well, just tell me everything, huh? Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way. What happened to the doll? It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us. That must have been some kind of doll. And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year. And is there a tree? No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting. Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch. Let's do it.
That's
then.
Kramer.
Festivus is back.
Festivus for the rest of us. And by the way, for the record, we're familiar with that because of Seinfeld, which episode they aired on this day in 1997, but it was actually created 33 years earlier in 1966. The author was David O'Keefe. The date celebrated his first date with his future wife. His son, Dan O'Keefe, wrote for Seinfeld and included the family tradition in the episode, which included the tradition of the Festivus pole, the airing of grievances, and the feats of strength. The made-up holiday for the rest of us celebrated actually on December 23rd. But it was 33 years earlier, written by a guy whose son put it in the Seinfeld episode because he wrote for Seinfeld. What an incredible link that is. By the way, should we share what's going on here with Adam, Nathan the Fuzz, and Wayne No Offense? We're getting text messages.
I don't know. I wouldn't repeat those jokes.
What's the Christmas spirit? And there's some really bad Christmas jokes going on. All of a sudden, Nathan the Fuzz and Wayne No Offense and Pete and I and Fly, we're all in on this. We're trying to keep it secret, I guess. And by the way, speaking of good wishes, I want to pass along. You got a very nice card here today for all of us, boys. It was in my mailbox for the Kimmer Show for all of us. At the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, a quick note to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for another year of entertainment. I look forward to 3 p.m. every day. Love, Donna and Jeff. And it's a very sweet note, handwritten. And by the way, I'm handwriting in longhand I'm doing script now every time I get a chance. If I'm writing a note to my kids or writing stuff that goes with presents and stuff, I write it all longhand. I'm getting the biggest kick out of writing things longhand. It was the silliest thing ever, but I love writing in script. Anyway, Kevin P. Flounder, 444. Okay, a couple quick updates. They have a guy, university shooting suspect. They aren't telling us who he is, but they have a name and they have a warrant. So and again, I saw the newest video I saw. Apparently, the two guys that they were looking for of people of interest were linked. There was video of them kind of one guy running to catch the other one behind some trees on a sidewalk, and they met up together, and then one raced away or something. It's very confusing, but there's video of apparently of the two of them linked somehow, but the latest I see here just popping up, they have identified a suspect, and they have a warrant. And again, that's all I know. I don't know. They haven't identified him publicly yet. And a quick update about what happened at the slaughter at the Bondi Beach in Australia. A woman named Vanessa Miller is one of the survivors, the group of Jews celebrating Hanukkah. She said there were two policemen. One was hiding behind a car. One was shot in the head. He was just bleeding from his face. Another one was not injured. I'm just screaming, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Gigi, Gigi, be quiet. They're going to come to us." Everybody's saying, "Shut up. They're on to us. They're going to shoot us. They're going to shoot us." She said, "I'm just screaming. I don't care. Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" The next thing I see, she says, is I'm thinking to myself, this is where it's just so real and so disappointing in our government. These police officers were hiding behind a car. I tried to grab one of their guns. The other one grabbed me and says, no, I'm trying to grab his gun. These men, these police officers, they know who I am. She continues saying, I hope they're hearing this. You're so weak. You could have saved so many more people's lives. They were just standing there listening and watching this all happen, holding me back. Two police officers. Where were the others? Not there. Nobody was there. Everybody was. The public helped nobody else. My little 3-year-old was saved by a pregnant woman who saw her crying and screaming, "Mommy, Daddy," running around with everyone else on the floor. She's lucky to be alive. To be shot at like animals shooting at us like sitting ducks. The government has to do more. It's a threat against the Jewish people. They got blood on their hands and they know it. They will deny, but they know it. And the police officers were hiding. I guess that's the mindset of Australia when they take your guns and they, that's...
You did it, people. You let them take your guns.
Yep. Good Lord. Kevin Payne Flounder, how's it going? 447, 404-741-1230 on 106.3. A little rain earlier today. I think it's cleared up. Could be a good weekend. Looks like 60s.
What are you, a weatherman?
I'm a weatherman now. I was a weather reporter, basically. But first, the isobars. Look out.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru and give back. It's really that easy. For every new Subaru bought or leased during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will make a donation to national and local charities that our owners care about. The Subaru Share the Love event has supported more than 2,700 hometown charities. And by the end of our 18th year, Subaru and retailers like Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated more than $350 million to charity. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, you get a great vehicle and support a great cause. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Additionally, for every Subaru vehicle routine visit during the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $5 to our hometown charity. But it's only happening now through January 2nd, so hurry in to Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com. HealthInsurance.com.
Hey, it's Kimmer. How's it going? Let me ask you something. Are you paying more for your health insurance than your mortgage or your rent? You might be amazed at how many people are. You know, December 15th, as we know, came and went, and most folks think, well, you're stuck. We kept warning you. You do it by then or you're out. Well, you'd be trapped in that Unaffordable Care Act business. Some of those premiums, practically a second mortgage, outrageous. Well, the truth is you're not stuck. Not necessarily. My guy Steven Weinberger, the health insurance doctor. He has corporate-style benefit plans, don't follow government deadlines. If you qualify, he can still get you a January 1st start date even now. Those plans offer nationwide PPO coverage, zero deductible for many families, $5,000 or $10,000 a year in savings. Stop paying for a second mortgage for health insurance. Here's the number, 678-523-0759, thehealthinsurancedoctor.net. Steven Weinberger solves problems before you see them coming, before they happen. Healthinsurancedoctor.net.
So, the doc says I have ED. ED. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just an abbreviation for a condition so many men have. If I was to be honest, I probably also have a little OCD. I know I have a great HMO. Heck, I even have 3 weeks of PTO. Look, don't let a few letters get you down. If you have ED, there's HELP. Go see Dr. Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He's an ED specialist that will turn your life around PDQ. ED happens to a lot of men as we age. And just FYI, Dr. Deal can give you back the confidence you need to perform on the JOB. So, ready to take the first step? Quit yelling WTF at your little BFF and visit tbtofga.com. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can fix your ED ASAP. And before you know it, you'll be screaming OMG.
I'm getting in the game. The world won't be the same. I'm good to go.
Call 404-777-1911 or visit tbtofga.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
You change your mind?
Oh, crap. Hold on. No. You sit tight there.
We got a little something coming up here. We got a little special. There we go. There's actually a pretty cool story to this song, which I remember so well when I was, I think, 8th grade. The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Especially this word, a whim away. It has a meaning and a story. This was a day, 1961, the Tokens version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight becomes not just a #1 song, but an instant classic. One of the most covered, successful pop songs of all time, but the guy who made it happen never made much of anything from it, money or otherwise. In South Africa, 1938, a group of Zulu singers and dancers stepped into a recording studio in sub-Saharan Africa and recorded a song called Mbubi, which in Zulu means for the lion. Mbubi was a regional hit The story might have ended there, but a copy of the record made its way to New York City in the 1950s, and a guy at Decca Records, a folklorist, a legend named Alan Lomax, saved it. He never actually heard it, but he said, I've got a folk singer buddy of mine who might have some interest in doing a song like this. That friend was Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger had no idea what the lyrics of Mbumbi meant, and he transcribed the central chant, this one, Wimoweh, Wimoweh, and he named that the name of the song recorded by the Weavers in early 1952, but that group was about to be blacklisted thanks to the McCarthy hearings. Eventually, the teenage lead singer of the Tokens, named Jay Siegel, would hear the song and fall in love with Wimoweh through the Kingston Trio's cover version of the Weavers song. The Tokens label commissioned English language lyrics and was retitled The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The music publishers yielded $1,000 in a personal check from Pete Seeger to the Solomon Linda Zulu Dancers because it was treated as public domain material by Seeger. The group never participated in any royalty stream generated by either Wimoweh or The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Seeger's heirs received a tiny fraction of millions of dollars that might have been due if he had retained the songwriting credit. Anyway, very good.
Did you ever watch that Bob Dylan movie?
I've still got it. I have it. I've got so many things I want to watch. Again, I don't watch TV during the week. It's all Fox News stuff while I'm working. But I'm going to do it. Definitely do it this weekend. What's that?
Pete Seeger is a big part of it.
Really, I will look forward to it. And again, Pete Seeger was a huge part of my growing up as a folk. When folks sang,
you were a communist.
I was no. But again, honestly, the fact of the matter is, we didn't know what anything meant as a teenager. I was a prep school student. We didn't know any. We didn't have any political views on anything. We just knew folk songs, and they were all kind of folk songs about whatever. But it was a huge movement, and Pete Seeger was a big part of it. We didn't know what it meant. Well, I didn't have any political views one way or the other. It was just music. Anyway, sorry about that there. And on this day in history, in fact, speaking of movies I haven't watched, I have all of the special movies we're going to talk about here in a second. On this day, 1984, Jamie Lee Curtis married Christopher Guest. And they got married at Rob Reiner's house in L.A., 1984. It was 9 months after This Is Spinal Tap hit the theaters. Reiner would direct Christopher Guest again 3 years later in The Princess Bride. Guest was also Nigel in Spinal Tap and The Six-Fingered Man in The Princess Bride, which Rob Reiner directed both of those movies as well. And Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest got married in 1984 at Rob Reiner's house. 4:57, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. I don't have time to do this right now, but after 5 o'clock, I don't know whether you heard the audio when Glenn Beck the other day was interviewing a woman who works at Target, and she was belittled. She was basically verbally attacked by a customer because the woman who worked at Target was wearing the Target red shirt, but it was a Charlie Kirk red shirt. And the woman at Target got belittled, just attacked like crazy, calling her all kinds of names. And the woman was so calm and cool and collected and decent and honorable, the woman who worked at Target, that Glenn Beck started talking about her. People put in a GoFundMe account for her, and she's got something like $200,000 to say thank you for taking on that woman who attacked you for wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. I mean, it's an incredible story, but what do you hear about more about what happened to it and the update on it coming up here after 5 o'clock? Holy crap, it's sports coming up, too. But I bet we have another Flounders Funny back there.
This is the impressionist guy on ESPN, Frank Caliendo.
Oh, yeah,
we know this is him doing a bunch of different, the night before Christmas, bunch of different accents.
Cool.
Twas the night before Christmas.
Ian McKellen.
We moved through the house.
Morgan Freeman.
Not a creature was stirring. Truth is, not even a mouse.
Mark Ruffalo.
The stockings were hung by the chimney, which is really great because Santa Claus comes in later, and I probably shouldn't have said that, should I? Forget I said that, okay?
Michael Keaton.
The stockings were hung like a bat, because I'm Batman.
Daryl Dixon.
By the chimney with care, in hopes that Saint
RDJ.
Nick Fury shouldn't be there. Kind of a Marvel Secret Santa Wars type of thing.
Liam Neeson.
The children were nestled, all snug in their beds.
Liam Neeson.
Unaware they were about to be taken.
Mark Wahlberg.
While visions of sugar plums danced.
Seth Rogen.
Danced in their heads, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Joe Rogan.
Does anyone know what a sugar plum actually is? Jimmy, pull up sugar plums.
Love you, Marty.
Jimmy,
I
pull up.
believe sugar plums are a form of Christmas candy.
Betsy Riley.
Well, Dale, but you have to call me sugar plum.
Robert De Niro.
Okay, Dale. Sugar plum, that is. Either way, huh? We need to move on.
Kevin Hart.
I'm on a kerchief, and I'm a cat, and just settle down.
Okay, all right. For a long winter's nap.
Joe Biden.
And folks, I say the Grinch stole Christmas.
Joe Biden calling out. They kind of heard the name she's calling out, but
I need to improve the audio on that.
Clever, pretty clever. Kimmer, Pete, and Floud, it's almost 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's sports. Latest on the news. They got a suspect in the Brown thing and RFK on gender and children and Donald Trump. We got it all coming up here. 106.3, how's your Thursday?
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A new twist in a mass shooting. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. On day 6 of the manhunt for the gunman who killed 2 students, injuring 9 at Brown University on Saturday, investigators are reportedly probing a possible connection to the Monday shooting that killed an MIT professor in his home. Sources also telling the Associated Press a person of interest has now been identified. Police are scheduled to hold a briefing. Police in North Carolina now reporting 7 deaths in the fiery crash of a business jet belonging to former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle. North Carolina Congressman Richard Hudson posting earlier that Biffle, his wife, and 2 children were on the plane.
He shared that, quote, Greg was a NASCAR champion who thrilled millions of fans, but he was an extraordinary person as well. He will be remembered for his service to others as much as his fearlessness on the track.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol. The plane was trying to land at a regional airport north of Charlotte when it crashed. A statement just released says NASCAR is devastated by the tragic loss. President Trump moving to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug, which could ease restrictions on medical research.
The facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered.
His executive order does not legalize recreational marijuana at the federal level, but it could also change regulation and taxation. The U.S. Health Secretary calls it malpractice, not medicine, rolling out new restrictions on transgender treatments for minors.
Among the steps announced today, prohibiting hospitals from performing, quote, sex-rejecting procedures, stopping taxpayer dollars from being used on gender-affirming care, and barring gender dysphoria from being protected under disability law. On the other side, LGBTQ advocates are calling the proposals harmful.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ETHOS.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of line, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out, it's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you, here's the number 404-741-1230. 741-1230. It's 106.3 and it's Thursday and it's almost Christmas and we got Christmas stuff and newsy stuff and holy cow stuff. And again, when they first said the linking of the Brown, possibility of a link between the Brown University shooting and that professor in Boston, I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. What possible? What the hell's the matter with going on around here? I mean, oh my God! It's wondering. Oh my God! Because we missed him last week, and Flounder said, "No, he's on today. He's on today." And I thought, oh my God, Shannon, I'm sorry, man. How you doing, boys?
Who's the radio guy that interviewed? I can't. His name is on the. He did several voices, and he interviewed himself, talked to himself, had characters on the.
Caliendo?
Phil, no. Paul.
Chandler? Shandley?
No. Big radio guy, FM talk guy, and he had characters, and he had a phone and a microphone that sounded like a phone right next to him. He would toggle back and forth and have conversations.
Phil Henry.
Phil Henry. And I felt like one of his characters because he'd say, "I'm tired of talking to you." He put him on hold, and he'd be talking to another voice, and then he'd go back to the original voice. And he goes, I just put you on hold. He goes, "Yeah, I fought my way off the hold. I just fought my way into your show."
Oh, mercy. Well, no, again, the other thing is normally when I'm doing my herping and hoeing is when I can kind of hear you in the background, and I guess I didn't think that I couldn't hear. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, how you doing, man? We missed you last week. Everything all right down there?
Everything is fantastic. I heard you talking about the Target lady.
Man, what a
Jeannie.
Yeah, I mean, what an incredible story.
Have you heard? The interaction? I've got it right here. It's all edited.
Yeah, in fact, Glenn Beck had it, and that's what started this all. She's now got a GoFundMe that's exploding. Yeah, here, let's play it. Here we go. Yeah, please.
Why? Did they let you wear that shirt here? Yes.
Charlie Kirk shirt.
Why are you taking my picture? Why are you wearing that shirt? You're working. It's not a red shirt. I can wear any red shirt. It's not a plain shirt. It doesn't have to be. It's a Charlie Kirk shirt. Yes. Yes, I know. Are you stupid? No. Why the did you wear that? You're at work at Target. That's not a Target shirt. It's not a plain red shirt. You support a racist. It's not racist. You support a racist. He's not a racist. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. You're not. You should go get your manager. You should not be allowed to wear that at work.
Go blow yourself.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. That's your opinion. The opinion is he's a racist and you support him. That's your opinion, ma'am. And you should not be allowed to wear that. This is going to be taken above your head. That's insane.
What a typical Democrat right there.
Yeah. And
the
by the way,
nicest lady in the world. She was so sweet to handle it so well.
Yeah.
She should be elevated to VP of Customer Service for Target.
Glenn Beck called her, and she answered the phone. Oh my God, Glenn Beck! And he said, and then now the GoFundMe has raised about $200,000. And the woman who did that nasty F-bomb stuff worked at a health company, a CEO of health company, and the company president said, "Stop calling us." He's got 6,000 hate calls.
He said we're rather profane in nature.
Yeah, he said, "Please stop calling."
Listen to this. They caught up with Jeannie Beeman at her home, and she's sitting there in the red shirt, and such a dear lady.
Sweet lady.
She does not want this woman to lose her job.
Calling for her to be fired for this. Do you think that that's right? Would you like that to happen?
No.
Yes.
I don't think that's right. Like, one saying I have is, two wrongs don't make a right. She wronged me, but I don't want to wrong her, or I don't want her wrong, because it's not going to make it right. I mean, that was her opinion. But she's the one that put it on Facebook.
Yes,
or put it on.
You're right, Jeannie.
On that. So, but I really wouldn't want to see somebody lose their job over it.
What a sweet lady.
A sweet lady. And again, you know what kills me? How did we get to the state because of the division over the hate for Donald Trump? That's where all this stuff started. How do we get to the point where a woman working at Target gets accosted by a woman who works for a healthcare company about racism, dropping the F-bomb in public at a store? I mean, that's atrocious behavior. And it's now everywhere. The family split that's happened, the split of this country because of the Democrats, the party of violence and hatred has never been like this before. It wasn't like this in Vietnam. Wasn't like this with the feminist movement or civil rights or anything else. Maybe back during slavery, but I mean, it's never been like this. This is appalling what's going on here.
And she so proudly recorded it. Well, I'm sure she did it on purpose and went right to TikTok and had to post it to show, I guess that's her good deed for the day, or to see how she owned the conservative Trumpsters.
That everybody
or whatever.
agrees with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she assumes that she says that's your opinion. She goes, no, that's the opinion.
Yeah.
He is an effing racist. Poor Jeannie, I know you don't want her to lose your job, but you just sit right back and enjoy your Christmas. We'll handle that. We'll take it from here and make sure she loses her job. You don't have to worry your pretty little head about it. We're going to make damn sure that she loses her job.
Heads will roll.
Unbelievable. I mean,
and I believe she will. How can you have a woman like that working? She's a nurse at a nonprofit hospital.
Healthcare. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what happens if somebody rolls into the ER with a MAGA hat on? Let's lights out for this guy, fellas. Move on to the next one.
I mean, we've never seen. I'm old enough to remember the days of the 50s and 60s and 70s, and this we've never been a country like this ever. In my lifetime, 80 years.
And I don't know that we'll ever come out of it. I hope that maybe when Trump goes, it'll happen. But I'm not.
I don't see it.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't see. Again, I won't belittle the fact, but I keep saying I can't talk politics with my own family. If I were to go into the living room and say, by the way, I really believe there's only two genders, there would be a fight.
I haven't spoken. My younger brother has blocked me out of his life. I can't call him on the phone. I can't see him on social media. But in family texts, I just see people responding to him. I don't know what he's saying. I mean, it's just. It's bizarre. I'm going to have to ride my motorcycle to his house and knock on the front door.
And I think it's important to remember. There you go. Now you're talking. Uh-oh, Shannon. But the thing to remember is that it's not the conservatives who are spewing all the hate against those damn Democrats. It's the Democrats spewing the hate against what we stand for as just basic Americans. I mean, it's astounding. Yeah. The whole freaking leftist is attacking the old-fashioned, middle-of-the-road Americans.
And this is an elderly woman, and she's moving slow, and this girl moved in for the kill. I guarantee you or I, with those T-shirts on, they're not going to say a peep. If they do, they're going to get a mouthful.
I'd be in jail. I would be in jail.
I'd be fired from Target.
No more greeter. We need a new greeter.
What happened to the nice man that you had as a greeter?
We have an opening for a greeter.
He knocked the dude out the other day. We had to fire him.
He took his shirt off and beat the hell out of him right there.
Well, give me your honest opinion about Trump's response to the Rob Reiner's murder.
I was disappointed. I think he should have done one thing, would have made it all different. If he had started by saying, well, what a horrible tragedy. No one deserves to be killed like that. But Rob Reiner was a slimy scumbag who hated me and hated America and everything we stand for. But no one deserves to die like that. If he just said something like that as a beginning or an end, he did say rest in peace or something.
He said it was at the very opening of the statement. It was a sad thing that it happened, a sad tragedy or something like that. And then at the end, he said rest in peace.
Yeah, I know, but still, it was pretty
My
harsh.
advice for him, had I had the opportunity, would be kill them with kindness. Just say we lost a film, an American film icon in a tragedy last night. May Rob Reiner and his wife rest in peace. And stop and end it right there.
Well,
because everyone out there is going to expect for him to go for Rob Reiner's throat. And when he doesn't, they're flabbergasted. They don't know what to think.
But I think it would have been better for him if he had shown that part of him by saying, as much as I hate what he stood for and how much he kept attacking what we believe in America, I still think it's a horrible thing to do. And in other words, he should have, if he had used his, admitted his hatred for what Rob Reiner did and stood for, and then went above that by saying, but despite that and the differences about it's a horrible tragedy and rest in peace. So, but he didn't do that. He kind of, anyway, what's the big...
It's a self-inflicted wound that
it was silly. He didn't need to do it. And
he really didn't need to say anything at all.
He didn't. He said that was horrible. What a horrible thing to happen.
Rob Reiner said something horrible about him when he thought Trump was dead. So he was probably didn't forget that.
In fact, Pete mentioned that. We played that. Pete mentioned that comment the other day. It was just horrible.
What, when he was
Reiner's
shot?
comment.
Rob Reiner said, finally, the cancer in our democracy is gone. Donald Trump, the lying, cheating, fascist con man, has left this world. America, let's heal and never let another like him rise. Good riddance.
Oh, that changes my opinion a little bit.
Just a bit. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Wow.
Over a death. He thought he was dead. They said
when was this? When did he think he was dead?
When he got shot.
Oh, okay.
One thing you got to love about Trump, though,
find the date here.
Is he doubled down on it in the Oval Office?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You want to change your mind? No,
I didn't like him.
No, didn't like the guy.
One bit.
Just spell my name right.
Yeah, pretty cold.
He did say some awful thing, right? That's pretty.
Yeah.
They celebrated his
his
death.
death. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, turnabout is fair play,
well,
I guess.
It's just, well, I don't know. I mean, it's just, it was harsh. It didn't need to be. That's all I'm saying. It's a shame. He could have made a lot more people feel good about him. I think, but he had the opportunity and didn't take it. That's all.
Yeah, and if he did sweet talk a statement, probably people were like, he didn't write that.
Well, and again, I would not have held it against him. I'm a Trump supporter for what he's done as a president. I think personally there are some things, issues. But if he had just done that, I would have said, okay, I wouldn't have been mad at him for taking the high road. I think it would have been fine. I think his supporters would have been fine if he had just done nothing or taken the high road. So he didn't have to try to make us feel better in any way. So I don't know why he went that way.
Right.
Mike.
Well, have you seen the camel that kicked a woman in the face?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Kapow. Let me tell you, as a horse owner, you do not want to. If they're, and by the way, horses and camels, obviously, too, will kick sideways. They have their hips allow them to kick a sideways kick, and that still hurts. They'll kill you. I mean, a kick will kill you. I know horsemen where I had my horse down in Florida died from being kicked by a show horse.
Wow. I mean, this is a camel. I imagine a camel hoof is a little bigger.
Yeah.
The story I'm reading from it says the woman took a hoof to the face.
Yeah, that's right. She was just sitting there. And by the way, having camels in church for the
what's going on? Let's kill with it. Stop it with the live animal nativity scene. I mean, it's
really.
Yeah. Did they interrupt the donkeys right behind them? Or
I don't know. I can't imagine.
Donkey show.
Who's going to clean up that mess?
Listen, be very careful when you Google camel kick to the face. Make sure you put a K there and not a D. There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet out there.
Camel toe, camel kick, whatever.
Oh, mercy.
Were you impressed at all about the speech last night? I mean, I don't know why he would call it. It was kind of a pat yourself on the back thing. I like the warrior dividend.
Yeah, well, that was obviously important. But the other thing was, in fact, I'm taking credit for it, was that I said when he does that speech last night before he went on, I said he needs to put up charts. He needs to show what Biden did and what Donald Trump has done to show the difference, and he did exactly that. And I think that was the highlight that exactly showed what he's talking about. But he took a hard tone again last night. It was really an attack on the liberals. But again, he deserved it. We're frankly, we're tired of taking their crap and not calling them on it. And he called them on it last night, one after another. What Biden did to us, what the Democrats did to us, the DOJ did. I mean, boom, boom, boom. And it's, we're not taking their crap anymore. We're calling them on it. And I wish he had been a little calmer and shamed them rather than attacked them. That's what I was kind of hoping he would do that, like he did when he did that joint session of Congress, and he said, "You people are despicable. If I could cure cancer, and you would still hate everything I've done, it's just despicable. We're turning a little boy, you can't celebrate a little boy."
Yeah, that's
what I would. If I'd been him, I would have done that. I think that would have been really effective.
Have you see the addition to the wall of presidents?
Yeah, the two plaques.
Some only have one.
Sleeping
Joe Biden has two.
Crooked Joe.
Yeah.
And Obama, he got Obama too. Holy mackerel. I mean, the actual nerve, this is freaking hysterical.
I mean, I doubt they'll stay around much past the next Democrat presidency, but I mean...
no, they'll be, But what souvenirs those are going to be? He'll take them down and sell them.
My God, they were worth a fortune. Joe,
mercy.
Sometimes known as Sleepy or Crooked. He had two nicknames. I mean, that's actually on the plaque.
Yeah, it's
hysterical.
Right. It's right. It's deciding which one is better. I freaking love it.
The good news is he stopped putting gold in the Oval Office.
Well, there you are.
It looks like we got enough gold in
They
there.
ran out.
Well, it's so high now, $3,000 an ounce.
It's all gone. Yeah.
It's Fort Knox East.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything good for you guys? Everything well? You're ready to take off for the holidays?
Yeah, we've got we're here for a couple. We're here tomorrow, and then we're Monday and Tuesday, and then we're off for a couple of days. And,
that's the same thing we're doing.
The same thing. Yeah, that's cool. Of course, the morning show. You know, they got to get rid of that 7-week period, so they're all taking the rest of the year off. I think probably. So, but
what?
It's only 6 weeks. It's not.
Oh,
I joke. I tease. I rib them a little bit.
Must be nice.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's wonderful. For them, which is good. As it should be. I mean, it's the morning show.
Of course, yeah. Well, we were just talking here. We have, Fort Walton Beach is our headquarters there, and we just saw we saw online that they were having a wonderful Christmas office party where they gave out bathrobes and all kind of nice stuff.
And gifts and they didn't. You didn't get the.
We didn't even get the memo.
Oh my! Well, tell me about it. That's all right.
Well, I've worked in radio in days where like, you got your gift on the way out the door from the dinner they served you or whatever, and it was one year it was Clear Channel beach towels. I'm like, thanks a lot. Wow.
Oh my God.
Everyone got a blue Clear Channel. We rolled it out on the beach. It said Clear Channel. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, thanks. And the next year there were cases of Corbel. You were allowed to take one bottle home with you.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you.
I never got gifts in radio. Although they gave me a bottle of bourbon yesterday from the station, but we never got gifts all those years. I've been working in radio 60 years. I never got Christmas gifts from a radio
You
station.
Never got like some kind of,
What does that tell you, Kimmer?
No. Are you still here?
Yeah. Were you ever invited to the Christmas party, Kimmer? That's where you get them.
Yeah. Well, there you are. That explains everything.
Why do you think? Why do you think the boys came in hungover the other day?
Now you're talking. I love it.
All right, boys. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Meg. Always a pleasure.
Hey, happy holidays. We won't talk to you until after Christmas.
Excellent.
So.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year,
everybody.
Thanks, man. The whole crew. Thanks, Shannon.
See you, bud.
Outstanding. 520, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Now, this day in 1892, Tchaikovsky's ballet, The Nutcracker, premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia. The critics thought it was horrible. The Nutcracker turned out to be huge, as we know. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Legendary NASCAR driver Greg Biffle among the dead after a fiery plane crash in North Carolina today. The Cessna C550 light private jet registered to a company owned by Biffle crash landed near a runway at Statesville Regional Airport this morning, 26 minutes after the aircraft took off from the same airstrip. Don't know yet. We're hearing conflicting reports whether he was actually flying it or not. So
I haven't heard it either way. No, we don't know.
The 55-year-old Biffle's wife, Christina, 14-year-old daughter, Emma, and 5-year-old son, Ryder, were also killed in the tragedy. May have been more people on the plane as well. Known as the Biffle enjoyed a strong racing career, earned him a NASCAR Hall of Fame nomination, along with a spot on NASCAR's list of 75 greatest drivers. Won the 98 Rookie of the Year award, the 2000 Series championship in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and then won the 2001 Rookie of the Year award and the 2002 championship in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, formerly known as the Busch Series, to make him the first person to win titles in both circuits. Biffle credited with 19 victories and 515 starts, 6 top 10 finishes during his Cup Series career from 2002 to 16, including a second-place standing in 2015. Biffle made headlines last year when he flew his personal helicopter to save someone stranded in North Carolina during Hurricane Helene.
Yeah. Very well-respected individual racer.
Trae Young, questionable to return from his knee injury tonight in Charlotte against the Hornets. The point guard has missed 22 games this season. The Hawks are in 6th place in the East. Our sister station down the hall to the left reporting today that 2 families have invested a total of $20 million into Georgia Tech athletics, according to Chad Bishop on Twitter.
What, $20 million?
$20 million.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot. The Longhorns have fired defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski and hired former Florida and Gamecocks head coach Will Muschamp to replace him. Disgraced former Wolverines head coach Sharon Moore, now being accused by his former mistress of domestic violence towards her for a long time before it came to a head last week. At this point, I don't believe him or her. They deserved each other, frankly.
Wow.
Mizzou quarterback Bro Pribula is the latest to quit on his teammates. Prabula, who spent this season at Missouri after transferring from Penn State, has informed the Tigers coaching staff that he plans to enter the transfer portal. Prabula does not plan to play for the 8-4 Tigers when they take on number 19 Virginia in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl December 27th. So let's face it, these guys have every right to shop their talents around. But at one point, do they and the head coaches who do the same damn thing become nothing more than a bunch of expensive whores?
Well, they're allowed to do it.
Yes.
So they're within their rights, so it's hard to criticize them if somebody offers you an extra $1 million at the age of 20, to set your life up forever with, investments the right way. And so, I mean, this is
But how many millions is it enough before you get the school is giving you $1 million?
Right, yeah.
You can still get an education pretty much for free at that point.
Yeah.
And for you to skip from school to school to school, I mean, seven teams in 7 years and one guy going 10 years. It's asinine.
It's not right. It's not right. It's not college football.
It's not college football. You know what it is? It's exactly what we were saying. It's a minor league system for the National Football League, who is behind this. The money's behind this, and it's destroying the game. The bowl game, they're going to have to revamp all these bowl games to make them viable because they're fading.
Well, what's going to happen is going to be money. The TV stations aren't going to be able to sell their commercials because nobody's going to be watching, and that's going to end the bowl games because if they're not making any money, they're not going to play them. It's going to be down to whether the advertisers are going to advertise for those games. And of course, that's going to take a couple of years to, fulfill itself. But anyway.
You can now possibly bet on players entering the transfer portal. Prediction Market Kalshi notified a federal regulator that it was self-certifying markets on whether college athletes will enter the portal. While the company says it has no immediate plans to begin offering trading on the portal, the decision still drew sharp criticism from the NCAA. So now comes word that Kalshi may back down and not allow betting on the transfer portal, so stay tuned.
Well, they're just giving another opportunity to put the fix in. If some guy's going to be transferring and another guy says, hey, I'll give you $50,000 to transfer. He said, well, I was going to transfer anyway, so I'll take it. I mean, it's just nonsense. Betting on whether they're going to transfer?
He'll call people and say, okay,
if you want to transfer, I'll bet on you transferring. Let's make that. Oh, my God. I mean, this is just.
They're not going to be able to keep up with all the gambling that's going on. They just won't. And there's a scandal coming. You think there's been some so far?
I think you're right. I think you're right.
We think we now know why Ohio fired football coach Brian Smith after a good season.
This too, yeah.
It wasn't just the alcohol he had in his office. I mean, what coach doesn't outside of BYU or Liberty? Smith allegedly, had some alcohol in his breath. Oh, God forbid. Yeah. And was snuggling with a female bobcat, a student. In his defense, the 45-year-old and his wife were already in the midst of a divorce, and he made no secret of the new romance.
Well, there you are.
All right. America's quarterback Dylan Raiola, who just left the Cornhuskers high and dry, may now be taking his traveling road show to Louisville. Who cares? Trojans quarterback Jaden Maeva has re-signed with Southern Cal, and Paul Pabst tweets, I used to call that going back to school after Christmas break.
Re-signed. I was just going to say, what do you mean re-signed? Up this contract to play football. Jeez.
The Xbox Bowl tonight. Arkansas State against Mizzou State. Red Wolves against the Bears. Who you got?
I got to go Bears against Wolves.
Well, what if it's a pack of Wolves?
Well, then I got to go Pack. I don't know. I call it a draw. Nobody will score. It's incredible.
Tequila in the Pack against Baloo the Bear? I don't know. We'll see.
Good question.
Last night, in the worst named maybe bowl game ever, Staff DNA Cure Bowl in Orlando. Old Dominion over South Florida, 24-10.
Oh, my. Well, I had the other way.
And in the 68 Ventures Bowl in Mobile, have no clue what 68
Ventures is.
Yeah. Delaware 20, Louisiana 13. For what Jay has in the box, can you tell me what the names of Delaware and Louisiana are?
Wow. I can't.
The Blue Hens.
For Delaware?
Over the Raging Cajuns.
Oh, Raging Cajuns you should know for Louisiana.
Yeah, you should know. There you go. It used to be Louisiana Lafayette. Now they're just Louisiana.
There you go.
Well, they had a hard time spelling Lafayette, so they just gave up.
Not in one word. No, not all of them.
NFL football tonight. Rams at the Seahawks. Could be a rainy, windy night in Seattle, or as they say up there, Thursday.
Yeah, a regular day.
It looks like it could be really nasty there tonight. Should be a fun game.
Cool.
A big week for Rams receiver Puka Nacua. First, he calls out the referees for throwing flags just so they can be seen on national TV. Then his brother gets arrested in L.A. for allegedly stealing the SUV of a Lakers rookie.
I saw that.
Now Puka is apologizing for supposedly using an anti-Semitic display on a live stream when one of the streamers told him to do it during his next touchdown celebration. Puka says he had no idea it demeaned Jewish people. Have you seen it?
No, what did he do?
The actual display, he has to hunch over, make a face, and roll his hands over each other like he was a money-hungry miser enjoying his stash of cash, doing this, basically.
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Do you necessarily think of a Jewish person when you see that?
No, I just think of a cheapskate, kind of like an old miser behind his with his glasses on. Yeah, a Scrooge, an old guy with behind the counter trying to take your
Scrooge McDuck.
I don't see a Jewish thing in
Well,
there.
he's apologized. He says he's not going to do it.
I don't see that.
Meanwhile, Puka's brother, one of two men arrested over the weekend for allegedly stealing a vehicle that belonged to Lakers forward Adu Thiero. 27-year-old Samson Nakua. For some reason, they stole a BMW. I mean, why bother? Samson, released under California Penal Code Section 849B. Always good to know the penal code in your community.
Just the facts, ma'am.
It's just a fact. A flat-foot, a dick. Good job. John Law. USA Baseball has added ace Tariq Skubal to the team for next year's World Baseball Classic. Team managed by former Brave Mark DeRosa. Well, it's Thursday, so the Bears are looking for a new stadium. In an open letter to fans yesterday, team president and CEO Kevin Warren said the Bears will explore other locations, including outside of Cook County, Illinois, where the team owns a property in Arlington Heights to build their dome stadium. It includes the possibility of moving the Bears out of Illinois altogether. Why? Because the corrupt Democrat politicians who run Chicago and the state have hiked property taxes so high the Bears may move to Indiana.
Wow. I'll bet that Lake Forest property there says sky-high property taxes. You ought to see that land.
Yeah. Maybe that'll wake them up when their Bears move.
Yeah. Billy, that would do it.
And don't think it won't happen. The Giants and the Jets went to New Jersey.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I've driven through Gary, Indiana. There's plenty of land there not being used. There's a whole swamp there with factories burnt and sinking into the swamp.
That's a bad section of the country.
It's the worst place in America.
Oh, man.
The players' postseason share for the Dodgers players have been handed out. Guess how much they won each for winning the World Series?
Each player, Dodgers, $87,000.
Higher.
$114,000.
Higher.
$292,000.
Higher.
$318,000.
Higher.
$742,000.
$485,000 apiece.
Half a million,
what
right
the
there.
clubhouse boy got?
Pretty nice.
Former Braves righty and bench punching enthusiast Huascar Ynoa signed a minor league deal with the Angels. Happy birthday, Ronald Acuna Jr. turns 28 today. And this is, guess what?
Yeah.
We lost on this day. Back in, let me find it here, in 1971, on this day, we lost champion golfer, course designer, 13 major titles, Grand Slam in 1930. Who was he?
In 1930, that when we lost, that would be the little guy who did the double eagle at number 13 in Augusta.
Bobby Jones?
Oh, Bobby Jones. No, that was not Bobby Jones.
He died in 1971. Died of syringomyelia at 69.
And I shall tell you now, we're going to be late for a break, that when I was growing up as a kid, I am the two-time club championship at the Donald Ross Golf Course, where I grew up as a kid. I'm a two-time club champion, and when I was growing up as a kid, the club champion was Bob Jones. Bob Jones of the Bob Jones family, direct link. He was a president of a local Coca-Cola processing plant, and he was that belonged to the country club, and he was one of the greatest golfers we've ever seen. Smooth, long hitter, and hated kids. He used to chase us out of the locker room. Get out of here, you little man. He did not like us at all. But boy, he could play golf. And he was a club champion year after year after year. Bob Jones, I guess it was his nephew. I think it was his nephew of the original one, or grandson, or something like that. Anyway, so cool. Excellent. Did I interrupt everything? Are you all set to go, or how we doing?
No, that's it.
Excellent. Well, we got more coming up. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 5:32, and we got to do more Christmas stuff and newsy stuff. There's not. Oh, and they turned the Code Pink went after Treasury Secretary at dinner. For God's sakes, these freaking Democrats, man. All coming up next. Look out.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partner with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today. That's 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799, and you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
The holidays are here, and there's no better time to unwrap a new Chevy from Jim Ellis Chevrolet.
That's right. It's the season of savings, and Jim Ellis Chevrolet has year-end offers on your favorite models, from the TechSmart Equinox to the family-ready Traverse to the powerful Silverado that's built for every holiday haul.
And the best part? The buying experience is fast, friendly, and convenient. Start your purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway and save time at the dealership.
Plus, their team really knows how to take care of you. No pressure, no stress, just great service.
And this season, buying a Chevy does even more good, because every new or pre-owned vehicle sold through January 2nd, Jim Ellis Chevrolet will make a donation to Must Ministries, helping provide food, shelter, and hope to families in our community this holiday season.
Big savings, great service, and a chance to give back.
Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevrolet on Peachtree Boulevard just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Well, we got Holy Crap at Sports. And by the way, speaking of that, do you have sports memorabilia that you would like to save and keep in safekeeping? Maybe in case of fires or floods or burglars? Atlanta Safe House. It's true. I'll tell you, Atlanta Safe House, they have safes of all kinds. They have the largest selection of Browning and Fort Knox safes in the entire southeastern United States. And other brands, too. I mean, they got all kinds of varieties. You have almost 200 of them right there in their brand new showroom location. They moved to Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And they have big safes and little safes. And all the gun safes, no sales tax. You don't pay sales tax on any of the gun safes. And those are big and little rifles and pistols and bows and arrows. And they can build you a vault door, for crying out loud. If you have a safe that's broken, they can fix it. They have biometric electronic locks, wall safes. And don't forget, guys, you get a little jewelry safe for your wife, and she opens it Christmas Day and says, "Why'd you get me a safe?" And then have her open it inside. You have something special, silly. Do I have to do everything? No, you'll love these. Mark and the boys been talking about this for a long time, protecting your stuff and your rights. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family-owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. And Dad, how do you know you've got the right gift before you give it?
You get it at D. Geller & Son. We've been helping Atlanta get it right since 1939 with real jewelry experts to walk you through Atlanta's best selection.
Whether it's silver and diamond stocking stuffers for $95, diamond hoops for $13.95, or one-of-a-kind showstoppers.
For the best selection, best quality, and best value,
trust D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Traeger. Let's give the gift that brings families together right around the grill. A Traeger grill from Howard Brothers is more than just a present. It's the secret ingredient for holiday magic. Whether it's slow smoked brisket, holiday ham, or cookies fresh off the grill. Yes, I said cookies. A Traeger is the gift that keeps on giving all year long. Visit Howard Brothers today and find the perfect Traeger grill for your holiday wish list. Don't wait. Santa's sleigh is filling up fast. Howard Brothers, family owned, locally trusted, and ready to make your Christmas unforgettable.
The holiday season is here, but drinking and driving is no reason to cheer. That's because drunk driving is a factor in 1 out of 4 traffic deaths in Georgia. Preventing drunk driving deaths is very easy. Just hand the keys to a sober driver. Those who make the wrong decision to drink and drive may find themselves in the backseat of a patrol car because Georgia law enforcement officers do not give warnings to drunk drivers. They take them to jail. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety asks everyone to make the holidays and every day merrier by driving sober so they won't have to pull you over.
Attention extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
You wouldn't buy a luxury car and throw bargain tires on it, would you? So why would you do that with your siding? Hey, it's Tug for Southern Exteriors. They install only James Hardie siding, and they install it right. And as an elite certified contractor, they follow every spec. So your siding qualifies for James Hardie's full 30-year warranty. For siding that looks amazing and lasts, call 877-9-SOUTHERN. 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's southernexteriors.co.
I just cut myself with my fingernails. You freaking idiot. Sorry. Oh, Lordy. Right on my face. 1971, T-Rex scored their first #1 album with their 6th release, Electric Warrior. The album became the biggest seller of the year, with Britain contained 2 of T-Rex's most popular songs, Get It On and Jeepster. Get It On right here. Bang a gong. Jeez, Mary and Joseph. Kerosene Flounder.
Need a Band-Aid?
No, I'm fine. I've got some in here. I think I just scraped myself like an idiot. Well, anyway, it's a long story.
Cut your nails.
I cut my nails. Well, actually, I do. Actually, my nails are longer than they really have ever been. I've never had really long nails. But
you shouldn't shave yourself at work.
No, I know. It's just stupid. Anyway, Kerosene Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And Robert F. Kennedy says he had a great speech today, and he blasted the doctors and the hospitals who are allowing children to have gender-changing surgery or chemical treatment. In fact, let's play his soundbite, Flounder. Number 6, Robert F. Kennedy, on what's going on with hospitals and children's genders.
Doctors assume a solemn obligation to protect children. Yet doctors across the country now provide needless and irreversible sex-rejecting procedures that violate their sacred Hippocratic oath by endangering the very lives that they are sworn to safeguard. The American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, peddled the lie that chemical and surgical sex-rejecting procedures could be good for children who suffer from gender dysphoria. They betrayed the estimated 300,000 American youth ages 13 to 17, conditioned to believe that sex can be changed. They betrayed their Hippocratic oath to do no harm. So-called gender-affirming care has inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on vulnerable young people. This is not medicine, it is malpractice. We're done with junk science driven by ideological pursuits, not the well-being of children.
Robert F. Kennedy. You know, it's too bad his voice is like that. He can't help it. It's the way it is. It's a chemical problem, physical problem. But he also said you companies that are making these so-called breast binders, so little girls can feel like they're boys instead. He said, you keep making these things and market them to children. We're going to stop you. We're going to have enforcement actions that may include seizing your products. And by the way, in case you missed it, Donald Trump now apparently the name of the Kennedy Performing Arts Center is now going to be the Trump Kennedy Performing Arts Center, which I think is hysterical. Good for them. Let's see. We're gonna do a Christmas bit here in just a second. The one we talked about, Flounder, in just a second. First of all, a quick update on these freaking Democrats. At dinner last night, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was minding his own business in Washington. Protesters showed up from some group called Code Pink. A left-wing activist mockingly toasted him in front of the patrons. They clinked their glasses at this restaurant. We have a special guest here. We want to make a toast for the Secretary, Scott Bessent. Give it up for the man who's eating in peace as people starve across the world based on his sanctions, which are economic warfare. The deaths of over 600,000 people are because of his sanctions. How many people are going to die because of blood that's on your hands? So Scott Bessent sat in a corner, raised his glass and said, "You are ignorant, and you have no idea how ignorant you are," and he held up his glass to toast them. So screw you. But again, this is what they're doing. The nerve of these people. I mean, seriously, who do you think you are? This isn't, I mean, you know, you're asking for it. You know, they should know they're asking for it, because people like me, if they did that for people like me, we'd have a very different reaction.
Oh, okay. They're a vigilante gang.
Yeah.
So how can you say there can't be vigilante gangs when that's exactly what they are?
It's exactly true. Exactly what they are. And they're not changing. And they're, you know, still active. And, I mean, that's what they do. Quarter six. We play one more Christmas bit here from we played a couple of weeks ago. We haven't done it in a while, but it'd be kind of fun. And Kim, Pete, and Flounder till 6 o'clock. And here we go. Merry Christmas.
As we prepare to celebrate the holidays with family and friends, we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our entire family at Extra 106.3.
You and your buddy, you've been through a lot with each other, the ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately, not performing on the job? He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, "I appreciate you, little fella, and we're gonna get you some help." We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit StopMyED.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia.
online at stopmyed.com.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Guys, do your family a favor and drop them a holiday hint. Suggest they go to southernthunderbbq.com and sign you up for Q School, a day-long cooking experience with personalized training from award-winning barbecue grand champions. Makes a fantastic holiday gift. Purchase online at southernthunderbbq.com.
Hey, it's John Michaels, and look, some things are bigger than sports. In 2021, 13 American heroes gave their lives in Afghanistan, and 13 Heroes Premium Spirits was created to honor their sacrifice. This holiday season, you can make a real impact. Order direct at 13heroes.com, and every bottle sold means a donation straight to the heroes helping heroes at the Warrior Alliance. This clean, award-winning line of spirits are guaranteed to exceed expectations. Whether you're hosting a game or giving a gift, do something special this holiday season. Order at 13heroes.com.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At the Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Jaron Solomon here, and every year there's a new phone, a new tablet, a new trend, but some things never lose their value or their sparkle. This Christmas, make it unforgettable at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. You'll find gifts that sparkle as bright as the season, from our famous diamond studs to timeless tennis bracelets and trendy yellow gold necklaces starting at $9.99. It seems like every year everything gets more expensive, except here. Our holiday gift guides make it easy to find the perfect piece, and with our low price guarantee and flexible financing, luxury has never been more accessible. This holiday season, choose timeless over temporary. Choose jewelry. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to explore the gift guides or book your private appointment today to further customize your shopping experience. Solomon Brothers, Atlanta's trusted Christmas destination for over 40 years.
Yeah, here we go now. 10 before 6, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and the Stones. Yeah, 1966. Tara Brown was killed driving at a high rate of speed in his Lotus Elan after it collided with a parked bus in London. A close friend of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger and Brian Jones. This guy's death was immortalized in the Beatles song A Day in the Life after John Lennon read a report about it on the coroner's verdict into his death. Wow. And he was a Stones friend. Okay, dokie. Let's see here. Our birthday list includes that naughty little Christina Aguilera is 45 today. And comedian Ron White is 69. That's Steven Spielberg, 79 years old today. Steven Spielberg, E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Duel. That was his first movie, as I recall, first directing, and that was with the guy who played Chester on
Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver, and he was a truck driver. He was trying to avoid a truck driver who was out to get him. Was really a very almost no dialogue, as I recall. It was like 4 words of dialogue. Anyway, it was Steven Spielberg, 79. Jaws, Munich, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park. Holy cow! I mean, what a
He's got another UFO one coming out next summer.
Oh, boy. Well, I'll watch it. And also on this day in history, in 1966, the Dr. Seuss story, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, makes its TV debut with narration by Boris Karloff and this.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
Greasy black peel. Anyway, that's a guy named Thurl Ravenscroft, who also did Tony the Tiger. It became an instant television Christmas classic, 1966, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. To the phones, take a priority. It's Shay. Shay, how's it going, man? You're on radio.
Hey, pretty good, Kimmer. So, sorry I'm listening a couple hours behind on YouTube, but I don't know if you're still talking about your chicken fry, whatever.
Yeah, I bought these.
You got going on.
Yeah, and I'm going to give them away somehow. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I've got a perfect solution. These are frozen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and you said you go through stages where sometimes you will, do this for a couple months.
Yeah, 6 months at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to come back to it, and it's in the freezer, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true. I could just leave
They
it.
just stay in the freezer, and when you come back to them, you have a plethora of them, and now you can re-enjoy everything again after your meatballs get
Oh, see, that makes way too much sense. You know, that's just anybody could do it the right way like that.
I was just making sure I wasn't missing something. I thought I was missing a point here because it's a frozen thing.
I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't think it through. If I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. Well, maybe you'll like it again later like you did before, so you're right. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even take care of myself. People say, hey, why don't you get a girlfriend or a dog? Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, I think the girlfriend would be more of a caretaker, but it'd be fine.
Yeah, please.
It'd be fine.
That would be fine by me. No one would want the job. Thanks, Shay. You have a great day. Thanks, man. Hi to your brother and the whole crew out there, too, by the way, just for the record. 554, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Donald Trump, they have a suspect. They have now identified a gunman at the Brown shooting, and they may also say there's a connection to the professor shot at MIT in Boston. So what the link is, we don't know. I don't think they've released a name yet, but they say they have a warrant out for a person. And the last I saw, the video indicated that there are now two guys. That the person they eventually thought was a person of interest was seen kind of meeting up with somebody and then running away on this video from a long distance by a sidewalk behind some trees. So I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's a thing. And now they're saying it may be linked to Brookline, Massachusetts. Apparently, their investigators say there were may have been some cars at the scene described as license plates from different states, may have something to do with something, maybe a connection. I don't know. It's very bizarre. Let's see. Donald Trump has now reclassified marijuana, and it's not to make it legal. It allows more research, and the classification would allow marijuana selling companies to put their money in the bank. It's a federal law. You can't use drug money to put in a federal institution, so they have not been allowed to put their money in a regular bank account. Now they can, which is good for them.
Which has only helped the cartels that can money launder their money.
Makes it much easier now. You don't have to hide the money now. You can just bring it right in there and put it right in the bank. So, and it's going to be great for the banks. Which is good. Well, but again, if things are good for the banks, it's hopefully good for, if it's good for General Motors, it's good for America, like Kennedy used to say. But, these days, who the hell knows at this stage? Anyway, we'll see. It turns out now there was a coordinated event by the White House. The Biden White House was coordinating the Department of Justice and Christopher Wray's FBI, Federal Bureau of Insurrection, to go after Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The White House was coordinating the raid, and then when they realized all of a sudden, he said, we have evidence there, was very much involved in it. They were talking about it, and then all of a sudden somebody said, the exact words were something like this, Well, no, I can't find it. He said they were talking about the documents, and then somebody said, I think it was a White House person, said, hey, why don't we take this offline? And everything went silent. Well, they've got all that stuff showing that the White House was involved in it all the way.
Hamtramck, Michigan City Council has voted to allow animal sacrifice for religious purposes.
Oh, God. Oh,
Barbarians.
For the newcomers in Michigan, where they came from another country, I guarantee you that. This isn't Presbyterians all of a sudden want to be able to slaughter goats on Sunday. Nope. Oh, my God. I mean,
animal sacrifice in the United States of America.
Hamtramck has the biggest Muslim community in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hamtramck. Flounder, one more Flounder's funny. I don't remember.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the trailer, my cousins was snoring like 6 drunken sailors. The children were nestled all snug in their beds with the home shopping network stuck in their heads. The ashtrays were full, and the beer bottles strewn. Looked like no one would stir, at least until noon. And so I surmised that with a little good luck, the missus and I could sneak in a good nap. I'm not sure. I'm having trouble with that line.
Sleep,
I was hoping
nap,
you could help me with that one.
Rest, a nice rest.
So I and my wife beater, and she and her teddy broke out the handcuffs and got the whips ready. I just put fresh batteries in all the adult toys when out in the street I heard a hellacious noise. I leapt to the window and ripped down the sheet and gazed in wide wonder at the scene in the street. The full moon was casting a silvery light on a heartwarming trailer park holiday site. A stretch Hummer limo with 8 hookers in back and their fat-bearded pimp with a red velvet pack. He was dressed in Armani with a lizard skin belt, a rock on each finger, and a chinchilla pelt. His pearl-handled Beretta was engraved to St. Nick, and it was tucked in his trousers right next to his wallet. I'm still working on that line,
Pocket
too.
watch, could be a lot of things, all right?
I can't get a good rhyme on that one.
That's all right, sir. Keep the flow, keep the flow.
Those gold teeth glittered as the crowd gathered round, and he unfurled a list that reached to the ground. He gave food stamps and vouchers and government cheese to the Hondurans, the Haitians, and the Vietnamese. iPods and Game Boys and stereo equipment all recently hijacked from a big Walmart shipment.
It was the night before Christmas. Kimmer P. Flounder. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.